Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Forgotten Realms stream. We have an extra player here. This is Robert.
Hello? What am I? Oh,
it's that right there.
Hello.
So,
I was like, how many cameras are there?
You see, those lights are very bright.
What? That's great.
As always on the Wileyverse, we are also joined by Mitch and Deyton. Deyton is no longer the goodest boy, though.
Nope.
He's the gnomest sorcerer.
He's the smallest boy.
Small boy. I like it.
I was really bummed to find out that gnomes are like this tall. I was very upset to find that out.
So, quick setup to the game. This is Forgotten Realms, but not the Forgotten Realms that is the current meta. It uses some of it, it doesn't use some of it. I've been playing Forgotten Realms for a very long time, since Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. So it's a lot of the realms that I remember, plus a lot of campaigns that we have run have affected things. So I bring in my old campaign information in. But for the most part, it's pretty just traditional Dungeons & Dragons feel, high fantasy. I'll use some of the names, some of the gods, some of this, some of that. Our group is based out of primarily Candlekeep. They are a lot of knowledgeable folk in this group.
Nerds.
So,
Nerds
do you want me to introduce your characters, or do you guys want to introduce them yourself?
I vote for you.
Oh, please, Deyton, introduce yourself. What's your...
Gotcha.
So, you want me to?
I kind of want us to introduce ourselves now.
Absolutely.
All right. So, starting with Robert.
Oh, are we doing the introducing ourselves? Well, I am going to be playing Graice of Candlekeep. He is a failed wizard. He and his sister were both brought up by a priestess who got knocked up in Candlekeep, and his sister was a talented prodigy, and he was going to go up with her in the ranks of wizardom, but he wasn't that great at it. So instead, he studied other things that he was good at, and like the secret arts written throughout the ages kept in Candlekeep of getting buff, and he did that, and he read all kinds of stories about the famous Drizzt who everyone loves and adores, and that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to be a hero, like in all the many books in Candlekeep.
He doesn't want to just read about heroes. He wants to be read.
He wants to be read. That's right.
So. Your name?
My name?
Yes.
Graice. It's just Graice. Yep.
Graice of Candlekeep.
Graice of Candlekeep. Yep. Some say the Graice of Candlekeep. One day.
One day they might. When you write it.
Yeah. Put that in.
Mitch?
I am and continue to be Yysorok, a high elf, rogue, criminal, spy, whatever you need. I grew up in the human area, world. To take things here and there and do what I want to do, but found something I thought was really sweet, tried to sell it, found out it wasn't saleable, and instead locked arms with these dupes, and here we go.
Valuable guide.
I am Dorben Callus.
Dorben Callus!
Dorben Callus.
I have been most recently working as a sage at Candlekeep until messing around with some of the books and tomes. I kind of manifested some chaos magic. They were not too liking of that, so they sent me on an errand that I'm not sure if I'm supposed to return from or not. But
that's probably not supposed to return.
They sent me with you, so obviously we're supposed to succeed.
Meanwhile...
I'll help you guys as best
These guys
I can.
join me, and so thus we venture on.
This stream is not yet sponsored by Stella.
But we're
could be.
It definitely could be.
The NPC that's going to be running with them is Nori, a half-orc priestess of the Red Knight.
What's an NPC?
Called a non-player
character. Nori is new to her faith. She's just recently let loose in the world, and she, of course, if you're going to study tactics and battles, there's no better place than Candlekeep, so she went off and didn't realize that you needed to give them a book to get in. They thought they would just let her in. So she's stuck outside, and when this group sallies forth, and she figures if she can't get a book, she can at least go with them when they get that book and come back in.
I got a book.
So
You guys don't need a book. Grace likes this priestess like all the way, like the
Red Knight.
The Red Knight. Like she's like not just war, but like
Tactics
and strategy.
Yysorok also has a book on him.
that the Candlekeep wouldn't take.
Actually,
Actually, they both can appraise books like upon sight.
Oh yeah,
because they're from Candlekeep. All right.
the
So you
branding on that.
fuck you. It's a great book.
That's a great book.
Look at the
My
illustrations.
mother used to read it
So
to
is
me.
there any
Nah.
final questions or preparations before we go forth with this adventure? Anything you guys want to?
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we? You're off to find a book.
So the book that you are being asked to find there was a correspondence with the leaders of Candlekeep about this book existing and this person wanting translation help with it. And then the person never showed up with the book. So they're sending you out to go see where's this guy, where's this book. We were very interested in it. So you were heading to the town of Mill Pond to see Alonus the Quiet.
Like
Never heard of
ILOE
Alonus.
NAS.
Look at
Nope.
That's what I was waiting
No, Alonus. No, Ilonus the Quiet.
Not alone.
Not Alonus. I'm so Alonus.
What's the name? Never told us. This is all.
Yeah.
What a great first stream.
It's not very far away, so
I've been there before.
you just have to kind of head north up towards Baldur's Gate, and then cut east to the Tradeway, the main trade spine road of the Sword Coast, and it's right along that.
But it can be
Okay.
tricky without a guide.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
Heading
is why
north
we're there.
it was
is
very fortunate. You're just waiting for us with
Well, it's very
offer your
fortunate.
services.
It was very fortunate that you needed to go where I was already headed.
This is, yeah, Grace is. He's as soon as he gets out the gates, he's already got an avenging party. Just like we've read in the stories, he's psyched. He's like, "Where are we going, guy? We gotta
North.
right."
So
Let's go.
you all head out. You two, I mean, you
Yeah,
lived together for your entire time at Candlekeep. That doesn't mean you really know each other well.
right.
You were moving stacks of books around and doing your research while he was transcribing and up in the higher stacks.
He does the actual. He does actual
but
magic.
you know
Doing
each
the
other.
smart stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Labor reading. Interesting.
You
I'm
guys,
still bummed.
you guys
you're
know
this
each other.
Tall. Like, I'm really bummed
Yeah.
how
He's
tall
like
you are.
He's
so
2.5
tall,
feet tall.
2.5 feet
I
tall.
wanted,
2.5 feet tall.
I wanted the gnome to be like this.
I can really
I
just.
wanted-
I can
I
actually
wanted
just
David
carry
to
him
know.
around like a baby.
I'd be like,
I mean, that's pretty small still.
I'm the size of a
And like
Stella.
Nori's like 6'4". Like she could probably just.
She's 6'4".
Yeah, she's half
Oh,
orc.
dude, she's good. This is awesome. All right.
Big old
It is
tusks
awesome.
jutting out.
This is very
Red
awesome.
priestess.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. This is
I don't
correct.
need to go in Candlekeep anymore.
Continue.
All right. You, of course, are a stranger to all of them, but you're not a stranger for very long because you like to talk. But that doesn't make you any less strange sometimes. Not like you say an honest thing about yourself. But you're all getting to know each other. These two talk military tactics and battlefield and wars, and they just can sit there and do that all damn day if you let
And
them.
we will.
It's not wrong.
You
to
were
do some
then
poetry
given
from time
a
to time.
cart
A limerick.
with a draft horse. So that is your two modes of transportation, because they're not going to give up a riding horse for this.
You have a cart and
You have a cart and a draft horse.
and a draft horse. Okay, someone was going to have to. We're going to have
Yysorok,
to carry it.
Yysorok has a riding horse, and
Me.
yeah, Yysorok. And Nori has a fairly large
Creosote.
riding horse. It's from the north. It's like a Clydesdale almost. So
She does.
Nori.
So yeah, so Nori. One of the first questions are like, "Wow, so you're an orc? That's
half.
half. Which half?
Not quite sure. They didn't take great records of her ancestry.
Huh.
Half-orcs, as you know, aren't necessarily from a union of a human and an orc directly. There's entire communities of them.
Of half-orcs.
And then they just keep breeding. They've bred since the dawn of time, almost. Because after the Dorben and Elven kingdom settled, before humans became a thing, really, the orcs were like the next race to sweep in.
Oh.
And then the humans rose, and that's when all these communities started happening.
Oh, okay.
So she is not a descendant of a union of an orc and a human directly. She is descended from half-orcs.
Huh. I see a lot of worshippers of the Red Knight. Is she from around here? Or?
Nope, from the north. When the tribe of Many Arrows swept down to conquer the kingdom, they came through our community, picked us up. We went with them. I saw shamans of Grubbish talk about his unquenchable thirst and his undefeatable army. I saw priests of I can't remember the name of the other war god. They're all about war and hordes.
We should be quiet through the secret wood.
Oh. We did just go over this a long time. Our guy, we gotta trust our guy.
The secret wood.
Yeah, she'll talk about that all day. The trip is largely uneventful. There's other travelers up and down these roads, so it's
secret wood.
The worst thing you can really encounter at this point would be some bandits, maybe some orcs. But
I'm like, let's encounter those.
But you do not encounter.
That's fine.
It's peaceful nature, fresh air.
Peaceful nature.
We have exited the secret wood.
You've gotten to Baldur's Gate. Is there anything in particular you want to do there?
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
How much money do I got? Just
the normal standard
starting.
amount. It's like
Here's your
call it like
you have a
15.
character sheet like we do. Right there.
Oh, is it all?
I don't think it actually
here.
put the starting gold on there, but
I was like,
Just want to make sure. Like, are we like
you're not.
do we have provisions for this kind of journey?
You have your pack. You have your
Yeah,
pack.
like do we have enough
knew you were
food
going,
for
you
this
were
kind
going.
of trek? What was that guy?
It's like a couple days out.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Gosh, are we just passing through, or are we just going to hang out here and check out a whole brand new city?
We're doing that.
Kind of got a job to do, don't you?
We can perform.
Well, that's up to the
cash if you
gnome, I
want.
suppose.
You're so tall for a gnome.
He's got the beard, though. I say we just get some basic supplies, though. Would you?
okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess we're just passing through Baldur's Gate.
You stop in right on the outskirts of town, replenish your couple rations that you've eaten.
Yeah.
Maybe just spend one night at the inn and fill up on
The
good
night at
food.
the end, is there any rumor? Or do I hear anything?
Yeah.
Going? We can't just walk away
I
from
know.
Baldur's Gate.
Make
It just seems so like,
Hey.
well, there we go.
Deception, intimidation, investigation,
yeah, go ahead and make an investigation.
which is a D20.
Yep, D20 plus the value that's next to it.
Boom.
Ooh.
23.
So, no one gives a crap about Mill Pond. Like, you actually find one person that's like, oh yeah, I have a uncle who lives there. It's just a lumber and farming community that wants to be a major stop on the trade road, but it's not situated well enough for it. Like, it's just a nowhere little town.
Do they have books there?
Book. I mean, I guess they could have books.
Huh.
I don't care what. Oh, sorry. It's like, I don't care what book you guys want. There's the book. The book. Alright.
And if you bring up Elonis's name, no one knows about who that is.
Yeah.
Well, if we are stopping to ask, I want to ask about my head's. Graice is just so pumped to be out and doing all this stuff. He's going to be like, he's going to ask around. Are there any monsters plaguing the town? Are there
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Which ones? Do they have a name?
Do you remember the mercenary company that's in Baldur's Gate right now?
Flaming Fist.
Even
They-
jobs for
Oh, yeah.
this guy.
I
So-
serve the Flaming Fist.
The Flaming Fist pretty much have that on lockdown. They're always looking for recruits, but then you'd be working for someone else, and they don't like a whole lot of adventurers getting in their way when they're trying to do their justice. So Baldur's Gate's not the adventurer starting point kind of town now at the moment, because the Flaming Fist is like either you work for us or you're a rogue element.
It's not the Flaming Fist.
I do not want to sign up with the Flaming Fist. They have
Let's
weird
move
accents,
along.
and I do not
So
care for them.
You don't care for a strange accent?
And Baldur's Gate was a powerful, strong city, and then it got flooded with refugees during some of the past couple hundred years of calamities, and now it's just kind of like it's overpopulated. It's gotten a little bit trashy. Like
Oh, really?
it's just too many people. It grew too fast.
It's like Paris.
Sounds very different from Candlekeep.
Yes, Candlekeep is nice. It's because they don't let anyone in.
The hell does that smell?
It's
You
not elven.
continue on. So you're journeying on the road again, and like the first couple nights from Candlekeep to Baldur's Gate were like a wake up call because you guys never really slept outside in the wilderness. Had to take watches. Had to fear for like the things in the woods that are right next to the path. So like having that one night's sleep in Baldur's Gate was nice in a bed.
Yeah.
And then off you go towards the trade road, which is east. East. Yeah, west is water.
I thought north is where we were.
Well, you went north to Baldur's Gate. Now you need to head east.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it goes. So you're Candlekeep down here, Baldur's Gate up here, Mill Pond over here. But you couldn't go straight to Mill Pond because there's a dangerous forest between Candlekeep and Mill Pond and the trade road.
That's just a
The
rumor.
forest of sharp teeth.
Oh,
There be green dragons there.
That's just a rumor.
I've
Yeah.
read a story about
You
it.
guys should not be scared of that. It's bullshit.
Is that true?
That's
Have you been there
totally
before?
No, but I know a guy.
What happened to him?
Don't ask.
I just did that.
I cannot undo what has been done.
Have you seen my?
Your accent's so weird.
Oh, yeah.
Printed for his birthday.
That is 3D printed metal.
Mm-hmm.
Roll it. It tinkles.
Okay, I do want to see. Is that alright? I'm going to break it.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very,
Solid. It's
it's
so
a very good feel.
tinkles.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
So, Mill Pond's on the other side of the Forest of Sharp Teeth?
No, around it.
Around
So
it.
yeah, you've Candlekeep. You go up to Baldur's Gate. Forest of Sharp Teeth is down here. Now you're going over to the trade roads. But don't worry. There's plenty of other dangerous forest around.
Good.
So the Wood of Sharp Teeth you circumvented, but you're going to go right next to the Reaching Woods, just south of the Forest of Worms. So have fun with all those.
Who named these places?
Sages.
Bill Cosby.
Liberal history to
Sages.
see what masochist is. Yeah.
It's Bill
You- and
Cosby.
you,
Cosby.
you probably didn't.
Right, pop on down and reach a wood.
Why
We're
these
reaching
things are
at you.
called this?
Get you
'Cause
some things.
the Wood of
Pudding
Sharp
pops.
Teeth are known to have lizardmen tribes and dragons in them. The Forest of Worms, again, also dragons. And Yanti, old Yanti tribes.
There's Wanti out there?
Yeah.
Yanti?
Where do
I call them Yanti. Is it Wanti?
I have no idea. I don't know. They're
This
just
is a
snake
terrible
religions.
place to live.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so the thing about Forgotten Realms is like it's great. There's all these human kingdoms and all that, but the moment you step outside, it's fucking wilderness. It is just terrible. Like if you're not going down established trade routes, and even then, you can just be set upon by anything
So it's either a wall or death.
or danger. Yeah, it's a wall or danger. So I mean, the place around Baldur's Gate with the Flaming Fists patrolling it, most of the main monsters or threats are kept in check. But yeah, you don't want to go you never want to just sit on a road and go, let's just go that way.
Yeah,
for too long.
My mom
For
never
too
let me
long.
go. I got so bored in Candlekeep. She never let me wander out of the walls. I never knew why. I thought she was.
Oh no. So.
Good thing we have this trusty guide.
I know where I'm going.
much. You go for 2 days, 3 days. You hit some towns along the way. You're following a river down to where the tradeway starts. So you get a bed every once in a while, but sometimes you're staying outside at night. which is still a little bit terrifying for you sages. Then you get to Nori. Nori's all about it though.
I can't.
I actually brought like a little
play it up a
almanac,
little bit.
all
It's
about.
all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, your almanac is used.
Oh man, it's all about how to like proper trade.
Oh, you
trade
do
switches.
have a map, and I will whip that out at one point. My old map of.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
is that still?
It's still around here. It's still
Is
up
it? Oh no, it's not. It's not a Dark Sun.
What's this huge?
No, it's that
Sword
huge.
Coast.
Yeah, it's that up there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep.
Grab that real quick.
All the way at the top.
Right there. Yeah.
Get it.
You were given this.
So
Fucking guy.
That thing on top. Yep. So
that's the
if
one.
anyone's never seen this, and I can't show you on my screen because the blue
Weird.
blacks out.
That'll be weird.
Did you see that?
What a weird thing.
The blue blacks out because I have a blue screen.
Oh.
Oh.
Actually, makes it look kind of cool.
Yeah. So there you go. You can like open that up behind you.
Yeah, fuck it.
All the go.
That is a big ass map.
It fits on a door. Yeah. And that's just one. There's 3 more panels.
We are like.
You're right down there. You want to look where you are right now? There it is.
We can track our progress.
Don't do that. Yeah. There it is. So yeah, that's the map of Forgotten Realms. And that's an entire map of Waterdeep. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of map.
All right. Here.
What happens when
Yeah,
we
I'm gonna
Oh, you got
How do I?
Here.
I am folding.
this.
It's just this giant sheet. It's this giant sheet of rectangle.
Why won't it fall together properly? You're like,
What's the matter with this?
no! It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I love this.
Success. Where are we? For the camera.
So
There we are.
There's Baldur's Gate. Candlekeep
That's us.
is supposed to be right down here. But there's the Wood of Sharp Teeth,
Perfect.
and you're heading over to this main trade route right here.
Oh,
So you're just going down this river, and boop.
that road leads to Waterdeep.
Yeah, it looks like
It's right there, right?
that's Baldur's Gate. I'm looking for Candlekeep, which didn't seem
South
to
of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it didn't seem to exist in this game.
Oh.
In this edition.
I hope it was a lie.
Yeah, because the Cloakwood is right there, and Candlekeep is right there on the coast.
Maybe it's so small back then. It wasn't even worth a note.
That was Candlekeep Town.
Yeah.
So,
Until it got kind of shook.
The village.
you make your way down the river. You stay at some towns every once in a while. A lot of wilderness staying, though. Not good for the sages, but you're starting to get used to it, which is what you need to do.
Yeah.
You're not staying up, like, not being able to sleep because of every noise and all that.
Right.
When you get to Scornuble, where you cross the river and get onto the tradeway, which then just takes you up to Mill Pond.
Mill Pond.
Yep.
So we made it.
You made it.
That was a very relaxing journey.
It was harrowing.
Harrowing.
Jesus Christ.
Harrowing. I guess
There was
Mill
at
Pond is a
least
small
4
town.
spiders.
Like this big.
Every time I went to bed, I was like, oh, I fucking spider.
And my boots.
Again. I don't like spiders.
They're pretty awful.
It's between the Reaching Wood and the tradeway itself proper, so it's a little bit too far away to be a major stop. But it also trades in lumber with the lumberers of the Reaching Wood.
Oh, okay.
So it's got some farmland community. It's got a wood palisade, a wood wall around it. It's getting up there. It was a village that's now a
It's
town.
got its own little ambitions too.
Yeah. You enter the town. It is about midday. Things are just going as normal towns would. You see people, craftsmen working. You see tradesmen and laborers moving stuff around. You saw some farmers on the farmlands on the way in.
Graice is just, as soon as we get through the gates, he just belts out, "We have arrived!" Like it was like a thing.
You're right.
This is our destination.
And here we are. Where would you think you would find a book?
Scaring peasants.
Where would you think the book that you're looking for would be?
Well, back home, I would think. Well, you're the. What book? Are we looking for a specific book that might be sold here?
You're looking for Alonus the Quiet.
Oh, Alonus. That's right. Alonus the Quiet. He's our little.
He's the guy that found the book.
Right, a little biblio liaison. All right,
we should find a quiet corner then.
How long have we been walking since our last rest?
It's midday, so you've been walking for 4 hours.
That's nothing.
Yeah, 4
We're
to
just
6
starting.
hours.
Yeah, I got
escalation.
I got things on the bottoms of my feet. I am not happy about.
They don't they do have an inn. It's not well trafficked.
It's no big deal for that
little
yet.
tap room. The inns have taverns in them, being a lot of. So it's all one thing. Like they don't have separate taverns here because it's too small.
Right.
It's just doesn't have that trade.
Why don't we go
It's
to
one
the
stop.
tavern and ask around?
That's what they say in the books. Yeah, that's exactly how this works. You're a good guide.
First round's on you.
Let's do it. I not even blink. I'm like, yeah. Graice is psyched.
You walk into the tavern.
I'll say
We haven't even ordered beers yet. We're like, we walk in the tavern.
Yeah.
The one thing about Mill Pond is since it has craftsmen that deal with the lumber. So lumber gets delivered here by the lumberjacks of the Reaching Wood, and they process it. So the buildings are really nice. Like it's got a really nice bar, really nice tables. It's all all the wood. They get it first. So there's a man who looks like a lumberjack of a man sitting behind the bar. Just he's wiping the table down, and he's just casually shaking a cup of dragon dice and just pouring them out onto the table, and then stacking them up, put them back in. Big beard, he looks young for being caretaker of a tavern. He should be out being a lumberjack somewhere instead.
right.
But when you walk in, he kind of just nods. Just, welcome in.
I immediately just go totally cliche, just speaking a little louder than I should be. Really, it seems like a quiet place, and these people are just hardworking people.
There's
But I'm
3 people in
I'm
here.
like, barkeep, around for my adventuring party. I gotta literally say that. It's all.
He turns around, grabs 3 mugs in his hands. You gonna say anything?
Yes.
Before he gets...
Yes. As he hands the drinks around. I tell him, hey, thank you very much. We're actually here looking for somebody. We're looking for...
We are on a quest.
We're looking for...
We are.
I don't know. God damn it.
Are we done?
Oh, my
I
God.
love think the elf is these stupid kids. How old are you?
Are you
19?
What's the name of the person that we're looking for?
Alonus the Quiet.
Alonus the Quiet. God damn.
Oh, he's gonna love us.
Ah,
We're looking for Alonus.
well, you're not alone there.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, which
We have not seen
Elderberries.
hide nor hair of them in about a month, I'd say.
Is that unusual?
Well, yeah, it normally comes in at least every couple of weeks to get some supplies.
Okay. Oh, would you like to speak? You should just find your confidence. Just speak out. That's how things are done. Follow your ambitions.
interesting. Does he live outside of town?
He does, yeah.
Would you be able to direct us towards his abode?
Absolutely.
Would you be so kind?
You head north until you see the cemetery.
Does he live in the cemetery?
He does. He's
Why would
a
somebody
caretaker.
His name is Alonus the Quiet.
Indeed.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, sorry.
You need help up with the stool, buddy?
He's a master gnome illusionist.
Did you get a beer yet?
Yeah, he used to He's up on Shade Hill, cemetery that's been there before this town was here. But he'll come in and lay our dead to rest when occasion be. But we haven't seen him in a month.
What else has been going on the last month? Business as usual? Anything different? Anything strange? Anything off?
No. He starts going into some, what to him is like local gossip and rumors, which have like no consequence to what you're talking about. Like, Betty Sue just up and left bada bada for someone on the trade road, or merchant on the trade road. And,
I write all of that down.
A tree fell on Cal Loggins' leg and blah, blah, blah. And like,
the fucking lumberjack's name is Cal Loggins.
Yeah.
His brother Kenny.
Kenny Loggins.
What a wacky.
Does he have any family?
He will gossip with you as long as you want to sit
No,
there.
No.
You can learn all about Mill Pond.
No.
Salonis.
Zalonis has no family that we know about in town or anything like that?
No, he's a...
pretty girl, he's sweet.
He's a... And he looks around. He's a half-elf. He tends to keep to himself. He just kind of was there one day. Maybe 50 years back. Just been the caretakers ever since.
He's a bartender's a human, right?
Right.
Well, that's a long time to know.
Bartender's like my age.
Yeah, the bartender's in his like 30s, early 30s.
Oh.
So how do you know that Alonis was here 50 years ago?
My daddy was buried by him. His daddy was buried by him. My great aunt, I think her eulogy was read by him. So that's got to put him at least 53 years back.
Humans don't live for that.
I'm just a guide. You guys got what you need here?
No, we have no idea where to find this guy.
He's in the graveyard.
North in the graveyard.
Well, he's
He
been
wasn't on
missing.
any task or anything when he was last seen.
No, he came in for his normal provisions, like I said, about a month and a half ago.
Do you have
And we
steak
haven't seen
fingers?
What a finger?
Yeah, it's balance.
I don't know what that is, but I got very excited and
Get the fuck out of here.
instantly disappointed.
Boo.
Alright, so we're going to Shade Hill,
Don't
huh?
get me to
We
start
are
describing
going to
food. It's one of my favorite D&D pastimes.
I know.
Is describing the food of the region.
Oh, no, you should absolutely do it.
No.
Especially if we're just like traveling all over the place, different towns. Or
north to the great.
Try out fried
All right.
Twinkies.
There is a small little exit, very much like a little wooden gate that opens in the wall that will let you go north. You head out. It doesn't take long to identify what Shade Hill is, because this land is pretty flat, and there's only a couple hills, and there's only one with a cemetery on it. So,
Is it shaded?
there's some trees around it that have been planted, so like it's cultivated its own. It has been landscaped to have its own shade. But yeah, there's like this ring of trees up on the top of the hill with a fence, a metal spike, like wrought iron fence around the grounds, a gate in the front with a shrine just beyond the gates.
Alright, well, I suppose we're looking for a house.
Yeah. Or the
Let's just have a
mortuary.
little stroll around.
Or the mortuary. So yeah, we're looking for an abode in the.
So you head up and open the gates. There's
Yeah.
no lock or anything on them, so it just...
It's daytime still.
Daytime.
Graveyard's only scary at night. Really.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Never.
There's... This graveyard does look old. Like, these graves look older than the town. The shrine is still in good keep. Like, there's not any weeds or vines choking it or anything like that. It seems like it's been maintained. But there's, like I said, the moment you walk in the gates, it comes up, and then the pathways open around this shrine. So it's a small shrine, about as big as two of this room. Like, you would just walk in, pay your respects, or they could have a little gathering inside.
Those of you that can't see, this room is 6,000 square feet.
Yes.
It's pretty massive shrine.
It's just like
Imagine
to you,
an
this would
empty
be
Walmart.
this would
times
be bigger than any. This would be bigger than a roadside shrine, but it's not a temple by any means. You know, it's
Gotcha.
not a church or anything.
It's
Looking
not
out
two empty
over,
Walmarts.
like I don't know if you're gonna poke around in there too much, but if you look out along the graveyard, there's lots of stones. There's a couple what are larger tombs, probably housing a couple families or whatever in a big block of stone. And then you see off to the right, there's a couple more trees dotting around in the middle of the graveyard, and there's a house, a shack. So that immediately, like, you walk in, you look at that shrine, but then you see that
Right
the
over
pathway
to
goes right off, and there's
to
a shack right there.
Yeah. So
So I would say, well, here we are.
yeah. I'm
Go
kind of
get,
curious.
go get your book.
Well, before we leave the shrine, is it dedicated to any particular god, or is it just like a
Religion
shrine?
check.
Oh,
Religion check.
who do these people worship? I have an 8. Never seen it in my life.
Yeah,
Hold on.
21.
How about our actual religion?
You're gonna
I
try?
got a 21.
Whoa.
Well, I'm the guide. He's
Yeah.
like, what religion is this? Here's,
Johnny on the spot.
here's the answer.
You have seen this particular setup and symbolism before. It is Jurgle.
It's Jericho.
Jericho.
Jurgle is the scribe of the dead, and an ancient deity who just kind of is the caretaker of people passing into death. So,
This is the friendly
unlike
place.
the god of death, unlike the god of murder, unlike the god of whatever
Sounds
else,
like a nice god.
he's the god that
That's
just
fine.
he processes the people when they go to Kellamvor,
Oh.
who make sure they go to where they're supposed to be.
He's like death's bureaucrat.
Yeah,
It's like the
that's all
undead
it is.
CPA.
Yeah.
When
I'm
you say
certified dead.
when you say Jurgle, Nori like shudders.
Mm.
Like, ugh.
Not a fan of the dead?
He used to be much worse.
Oh.
Let's guys get your book and let's get out of here. Nobody wants to keep company with the dead for too long.
Especially this one. Well, how worse? We could talk about it on the way to the...
You're walking towards the shack, and she lets out this little bit of information. It's like, you've heard of Baal,
Yeah. God
God
of
of murder.
Yeah.
Yysorok, the
Oh.
god of the dead,
There's God of vodka.
and
Also
Bane,
sick, I think.
god of tyranny.
Ugh.
Well, all three of them used to be one man. Not really. They were three adventurers, and they sought one god who gave them his own powers, one each.
Oh.
And he took a backseat, just being the scribe for the dead.
That's this Jericho.
He used to hold all three of those titles.
Hmm.
3 adventurers came to vanquish him, and instead became him.
Well, that's a story.
They're also book aficionados.
You get to the shack. The
Yeah.
shack is shacky. It's a little
That's
shack,
shackish.
one room.
Shackish.
One room, one window. The windows, curtains drawn.
One room, one window.
Like one, yeah, it's just a small building, and you're still on the outside. The door is locked.
Huh. I knock on the door.
Oh.
I love it! You're I'm just gonna break in.
Did she knock on the door? I don't know. God damn.
There was no answer, even after repeated attempts.
Well, I'm out of options here. I don't
Now you can crack your knuckles, buddy.
I don't know what to do. We've hit a brick wall on our journey.
Oh, we're down. Let's head back to camp, dude.
Well, we checked his house.
Jesus
wasn't there.
Christ. So we're here, and I've led these idiots all this way. So there's no turning back.
Yeah.
So let's pick this thing.
So I have tools for this. Okay, so it is your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus. You'll find your proficiency bonus up near your strength. It's in that little... So find your strength on the left-hand side. And then right next to it is your proficiency bonus.
Bingo.
Okay. So it's your dexterity plus that, plus the result of the d20.
So you got a 6.
Plus
man.
6 plus 8. That would be a 25.
8? Where do you get an 8 from? Oh, because you got
Fishing bonus
expertise.
plus my intelligence is
No,
6.
your dexterity.
Sorry, dexterity.
And then you're looking
Plus
at saving
6.
throws.
Plus 6.
Don't look at saving throws.
Oh, look at so +4,
+2.
+2, 6. So 23, not 25. Excuse me.
Yeah. Saving throws are when you're reacting to something.
You picked expertise for these tools.
That's why he gets the proficiency bonus. Oh, he gets double proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So another +2 on top of that.
Hey.
So
25, like I said before.
wow. I've never seen such guidance.
Yeah.
Guys,
So he's like, no, guys, I think we can get us in here just in case something's wrong with them.
Yeah,
And like you do it like you flip it open with one hand, you pull out your tools, and you unlock the whole thing because you'd already studied the lock.
You're like a realtor who's just showing us a house.
You've already studied the lock, and you know it's
Realtor.
You know it's
You guys want to see what's inside?
you know it's
Only got one
it's not
window.
a fancy
It's
lock at all. It's not very good. So like you're just like I could like probably you could put your pinky in there and open this damn thing. So you open the door, and you walk into a musty smelling.
Like he just like downplayed.
I know, yeah.
Super roll.
But you just did it like one-handed.
No, I
no
know.
thoughts.
So it's
like,
musty inside.
I'm like a man. I thought it was locked.
Whoa!
Oh, it's not locked.
Make a notice check.
Notice?
Yeah.
All right.
Or intentionally fail if you want.
Nah.
Intentionally fail. That's a
I intentionally failed.
Okay. So you knock, you kind of walk away, and he walks up, and it opens, and you have no idea why or how that happened.
What the?
That's a pretty intentional fail right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Back when I said about good luck on my dice.
Yeah, apparently.
it's a like I said, small one room. There's a table for eating next to a larder. There's a bed which is still made like crisp clean of a person that's of rote and tradition, like get up, make your bed type thing. There's a scribe desk. There's various cabinetry and other storage around of things.
Are there any religious kind of ornaments around or anything like that?
That depends. Make investigations.
Okay.
Religious or just investigate?
We'll investigate. This is just investigate to see what you're finding as you're going through all this.
9.
Okay. Total.
Wow.
That was out of the kitty.
That was out of the kitty. So now we're coming to the point where we declare what the rule is.
What's the rule?
You cannot accept any roll out of the kitty.
All right.
I like that rule.
There you
It
go.
must be re-rolled. No
Try to,
matter
like,
what. No matter how
get
good, no
paralysis
matter how
on a
bad, no
move.
matter how far the dice goes,
Yeah.
it's got to be.
All right.
All right.
It's got to be on the tarp, or it doesn't fucking count.
I think this is where the luck comes in when the rule's actually made. Eventually.
Yeah.
Once it's, I don't find. Yeah.
Was that a natural one?
That was a natural.
Jeez, man.
Wow.
What the fuck is
Oh.
your first dice roll?
Here,
Yeah.
God damn it.
First dice
Oh,
roll of
did
the
you
game.
golden roll 1?
No, I didn't use the gold.
Oh.
But I natural 20'd. So while you guys are like inspecting the bed, Nori's like
Looking for books.
Yeah.
Is there a book?
there's a here's
I didn't roll a
a
natural one.
you got a 9.
I know, but everyone's like,
There are
what
books
are we
here,
looking for?
but
There's
none of
books.
them
Damn it.
are anything close to what you guys are wanting.
I feel like Deyton found it.
They're over on the scribe's table. She finds a holy symbol, the Jurgle, which is a skull with a scroll in its mouth. And it's
Cool.
just sitting there as a paperweight, essentially, like holding some stuff down. And she picks up some of the letters, and she's like, "Wow, looks like Elonis was looking for help from not just Candlekeep to translate this text. There's several letters here, off to people."
Oh. You really wanted to find a translation for this book? Well, where are the letters to? What places?
Waterdeep, some library in Waterdeep,
Okay.
some library in
Okay.
Neverwinter, some library in
No, the sitting pattern just
whoever
like...
this Elminster folk person is, I don't know.
A friend of mine, Candlekeep.
He's in
So looking
Shadow
around, I don't see anything unusual. There's no
Nope.
bookcases moved.
You do find a lockbox. underneath the bed.
Yeah. Is it locked?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Can I unlock it?
Yeah.
If it wasn't, it'd just be a box.
Oh, man.
That's plus.
Oh, that's
8.
You're fine. Yeah, you got plus 8.
22.
You were like,
I'm joking. Yeah.
You open it up and
It's
it's got coins of various eras and locations.
It didn't have any coins in it.
What?
Evaluating
Nothing.
evaluating them, they probably add up to around 20 gold current.
Yeah, so
With the various coins.
it's just dust and
For you
cobwebs in
two,
here.
the thing that really ooh, for you as loot, if you're going and of course you're not looting this place because
we're trying to
there's a
find
guy
this
here.
poor man.
But there's ink pots and scrolls and blank scrolls to be used.
But no,
There's even a
coins.
traveling scribe kit. So what you can throw on your back, and it's a table with ink pots and papers holders and
Really?
nib holders and all that stuff.
Wow, that's cool. I should really get me one of those one time.
Hey, this belongs to somebody.
No, not. What are you suggesting, sir?
Are you
not
taking the
suggesting
entire
it.
box, or are you just taking the coins?
What coins?
Yeah. But I need to know if you're taking the entire box.
I'm taking
or
the coins.
Yeah, and put the box back.
Oh, yeah. It's not mine.
All right.
Coin.
You just grabbing coins out of this guy's lost time?
What coins are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? There's no coins.
You didn't see
no
it.
Oh, I
coins
see.
in here. The fucking ink pot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm a scribe.
Yeah,
Oh,
otherwise
shit like
that's all
that.
you
You guys
find.
write or whatever.
I could briefly
That's all
be
you
like,
find here.
There's some books here. There's
maybe
some
I should. Maybe we should
writing
take the
stuff.
scribe's
These guys
kit to
get
see
fucking-
if we
yeah.
can get the to him.
Ridiculous.
Back to him.
I
No.
could leave it here if you could always come back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna- So,
No,
well,
he might not
gosh.
always come back. He is not here, and he hasn't. And there's a thin layer of dust that in places where people would sit, people you'd normally have not dust.
So I've been here some time, like
a
was
month.
suggested. Yeah.
There's a lack of coins where coins would be. He would be buying stuff. He would be putting the coins in. There's no coins in there. These guys gone.
Well, this doesn't really help us find out. There doesn't seem to be any letters. Did any of his letters say anything about where to find him? Or
He
something?
said that he found the book in one of the crypts here.
One of the crypts here. Oh, that's important. Huh?
I just led you here. You can find the books all you want.
I'm talking to the gnome. You're just kind of in the way.
Yeah.
Isn't that important?
Could be.
So you found the books in one of the crypts. If he's trying to find a translation and he found it in a crypt, there might be some information in one of these crypts that might indicate where you could have gone to next while he's waiting for word back from you.
From Candlekeep.
From Candlekeep.
So you guys want to start investigating crypts?
I want to check out crypts. What do you
Yep.
think, Dorben?
Yeah, doesn't sound fun, but it sounds like that's where
You don't seem very excited for the special task that our homeland gave to you.
I'm not necessarily excited for any of this, but it's my task, so I have to do it.
Do you?
Do you?
What are your ambitions, Dorben Callus? I heard you're a wizard, aren't you? Is that it?
A sorcerer.
Oh, you're that gnome my sister talks about. Ooh. How's that guy ever turned back to normal from the flower pot incident?
Not that I know of.
You don't know. Well,
I was kind of whisked away after
My
it
mother's-
happened.
you were whisked. My mother still prays for his return to normalcy. Well, I think we should definitely check out these crypts. Then I think that would do some good favors for everyone involved.
Well, there's about 5 or 6 crypts around of various sizes. None of them are, like I said, none of them are very large. None of them are more than a 4-person crypt. It takes you a good part of the afternoon to search them all and come up with you ain't found shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless you want to go
Do any of them
Like
have any?
starting-
Sorry.
Like unless you want to go really like opening up and disturbing the bones type thing, which
It's probably not.
is not probably where you're going to find a book.
Yeah. Well, how did he find the book? You must have disturbed one, right? Did you
You don't know.
do they
The only thing you
less
haven't,
dusty?
the only place you haven't really looked after you've looked at the shack, you've looked at the crypts, is the shrine. Like that's the last.
Back at the Jurgle Shrine.
Yeah, back at the entrance.
Well, you must.
That's the last one. That's the only place you haven't inspected with with time.
I'm gonna take that holy symbol with me.
Okay. I mean, it's a paperweight. I mean, it's not. This isn't a holy symbol to carry or anything like that. It's a.
Oh.
It's a thing, an ornament to put on the desk as an official. I'm an official of that. So it's not a holy symbol a priest would carry. It's a holy symbol a priest would put on his pulpit.
Oh.
I mean, you can still take it if you want.
I would.
Right.
I think it might be important for notes.
So they looked around in crypts for the rest of the afternoon, searching them out. There's only about 6 crypts. No crypt holds more than 4 bodies. Stone. Some of them are
There's
really
no
nice,
book.
but there's nothing. Yeah, you guys find nothing of value.
Yeah.
Any armor or anything they were buried with is long rusted out or just gone. Just not worth anything. So the last place that you haven't really checked on the grounds that stands out, gone in and looked around, is the shrine.
Well, let's do that real quick.
I mean,
Absolutely.
there's not a whole lot to it, so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You guys walk in to the shrine. The shrine is an open front, and it's got in the front there's a spire, just a pinnacle with writing about the land of the dead and passing and all that kind of stuff, just scribed on the sides of it. When you pass around that and go into the shrine itself, it's just 4 3 walls because the front is open. There's candle racks, you go up and light candles for folk and all that, and little kneeling cushions on the ground or kneeling stools. There's 2 statues in the back. They look to be extraplanar deities, just large. But almost immediately, without even having to roll, you notice that one of them is faced wrong. They should both be looking into the room, but this one's looking at the wall.
Architectural design here is
Nothing
completely
to see.
flawed.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Let's get out of here.
Wow. It's one thing I know about wrong statues is that they need to be made right. Right? Do you have any insight on this, Mr. Sorcerer?
I feel like you guys are just dragging me along to look for a place to write a boring book, not to actually find a book.
I know. Well, and is one less dusty than the other?
I was going to say, is the turned aside statue look recently moved?
Are you walking up to look at it? Yeah. It looks like it rotates on its base. And when it rotates, the pedestal reveals an opening in the foundation, which is a spiral staircase. So it's still just partially open, but you can see the crack, and you can just put your hand and push, and the whole thing just...
Ooh, I'll do it!
And
You guys should go downstairs.
There's a spiral staircase down here.
Yeah. He's guided us... Well,
I'll keep watch.
You have taken us this far. How much does Candlekeep paying you, by the way? Are they doing...
He's not paying.
Percentage.
You know he just joined up with you.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay. He's not pull the wool over. Yeah. Wow, what a guide. All right.
He's
What do you
part of your adventuring company, so he's getting...
a percentage.
Besides your... besides the book is their thing, but whatever you loot, whatever you find, you're an adventuring company now.
Yeah. It's true. I've studied the algorithms. So, does anyone have a light?
Algorithm for a quarter?
Oh, there is. You
For shares.
For shares, absolutely.
25%.
So, there is a stairway down.
Yeah.
Into the depths.
I'm salivating. I'm like, oh, this is exactly
It is
what I was
dark,
hoping
yeah.
for.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
light.
I'm just asking. I got some torches. Does anyone have any Anything cooler than that? Otherwise, I'm just gonna light this baby up.
Well, let's go.
I actually don't.
Cleric and Arcane. Grab those boxes.
Oh, I have a hooded lantern.
Be right back. You guys figured out the lighting situation.
Yeah, this is you.
I have torches. I'd rather not carry one because I got
Is this me?
cool ass shield.
I was wondering about that.
To the side there. See where I ripped it already? So one side will have, like, yeah, that open side, that's going to have the cantrips do your first level spells.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
So, yeah, pass that first one. There. What level does it say there? Dancing Lights.
There's no level. Location. Firebolt.
That's one of yours, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so at the top, right underneath the name, it says cantrip. It's saying cantrip, so that's cantrips. When you get further in, it's going to say firsts and seconds and blah, blah, blah.
Your Magic the Gathering spellcasting. Are those cards got like spell notes and stuff
Yeah,
on them?
they do.
That's pretty cool.
That's a cantrip.
That's nice.
They are actually.
Yeah.
We played a Dark Suns game, and you ordered a bunch of these, and they turned out being super fucking
That's
useful.
really handy.
Yeah.
I can't.
We all had like a little deck in front of us. We were like, like every time it was supposed, we all casted in there.
Yeah.
It was dumb. Like, we just like,
playing.
Right.
what can you cast? I'm like, I don't know. There were like 15 cards. We had a bunch of cards. Mark had a bunch of cards. It was nuts. There were 3 of us, and we had like 43 spells to choose from. It was nuts. Prestidigitation is one of my favorite.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Fantastic.
Magic tricks. Hi, tiddly.
Look how tall I am. Upsettingly tall. I thought you were going to be smaller.
Curse of the wild magic.
He's like running
Made him permanently tall.
I'm a normal
Almost like
height
I
for a
can
gnome. I
instantly-
thought gnomes were smaller.
Is that almost like I can instantly light a torch right
You
now?
can.
Oh, with prestidigitation, absolutely.
No, with his flame bolt as well. And,
I mean,
and prestidigitation, either one.
I got a tinderbox. I'll light a torch.
Okay. You pulling out your shield and your.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem so dangerous yet, but
It sounds
I just pretty much just got the torch in my hand on sword.
This is
Hand on the hilt of my sword.
Okay.
And
You're scary.
I'm just gonna. There's danger. I'm just gonna chuck this thing right at the
I'm
first
on
man.
board. I'm super on board.
I'm going to be blind.
Well, there's other people with torches, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not the only one.
Dark vision, dark vision, dark vision.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, darker.
Can somebody hold this for me?
No. I'm not even going in.
You're not going in.
No. I led you here. You guys can find your
Playing
own
the
book.
party already. That's how he does.
Well, how are you exactly earning your share if you can't even come with us? You just
Brought you here.
you did bring us here.
You would have never found this.
It's
without-
true. I would have been lost, and I would never have left Baldur's Gate.
So, finish the job. I'll be out here.
Yeah. Watch our backs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cover the entrance.
Does anyone else want to hold the torch? If I'm taking point. I don't
Dark vision, dark vision, dark vision.
I know, but could someone do it for my benefit? I can't see.
Well, you should have it in the lead.
You should be carrying.
All right, fine. All right, I switched the hands. I wasn't nervous before, but now I am. There's a lot of. So I got my shield out, and I got the torch. I got shield and torch.
You can hold the torch in the shield hand.
It's a lot
That
of
sounds
silly.
Can you
right?
do that?
No,
Yes, you can.
probably not. Oh, you did.
He like.
You did.
I did. Hey, look at that. He got his bitchin' sword.
All this kerfuffle.
Alright, cool.
Go look for the book.
You head down.
I thought I had to have 3 hands to do this. It's way easier than the books. Alright.
You should go
Yeah.
with him. Go look
She
for that
follows
book.
down.
Yeah,
right
she
behind
does.
you.
Yeah, Nori. Alright, Nori.
She pulls out a blacksmith hammer.
Ooh.
That's her weapon at the moment.
And
Nice.
I will be behind her.
With a dart.
Much taller than I thought.
Yeah.
So all three of them
Yeah. Can you even
sing
throw that
down
over?
the spiral
You have
staircase,
to like lob it.
leading you up in the shrine.
The biggest thing in this game is I'm like, gnomes are so big.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. We're going down. I'm heading down the steps. I'm, can't really move the torch because I got my shield on.
Like you'd have to.
Yeah. I don't have my sword drawn. No, I'm just gonna have the torch and shield for now.
Okay.
Alright.
So torch and shield, you head down. You
Oh, you're handling the torch.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
So-
in your shield hand anymore.
Nope.
No, yeah.
Hey.
so you
I can hit this.
you see the light go down the spiral staircase and slowly kind of flicker into an indirect dimness as you're waiting up in the now getting towards afternoon or later afternoon darkening shrine in the graveyard. You head
Better
down
not eat
into
all
your
the snacks if we come up there and all the brittle's gone.
But don't leave the brittle with me. Did
You
you
have your
leave
own
the
brittle.
brittle with me? Because I'm good at eating
You're gonna eat
brittle.
the brittle. It's gluttonous health.
I'm like crunching it. Like,
So at the end of this is it lets out in a corner of a antechamber, a room. The room is empty. It looks like there was parts or places to hang things on the walls, probably crests or banners or whatever. But all of those are long and gone. But the immediate notice is that there's ash and partial skeletons kind of like littering the floor around this place with a couple weapons and occasional like helmet or shield
Just kind of scattered
just
around.
scattered around through this entire chamber.
Ash? How much ash? It's like, are we like making footprints in it?
Yeah, and it's in like smears and piles. It's not like just coating a small. It's not coating the entire ground evenly. It's all like pockets of it all over the place.
Huh. Any spiders?
No.
Okay. So.
are there spider footprints?
Spider footprints. It's a spider trail.
There are like rat trails.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Like just
Things,
random
just
kind of.
random.
Okay. Look at Nori. It's like, this
Rat
seems like a very burial process. I'm really loud. Like I should. It's kind of a problem.
He's like, yeah, you are. Oh, in the game. Also in the game. Also.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
These skeletons may have been turned.
Turned over.
It looks like they got turned all kinds of ways. Look like they're just scattered around.
No. It's a priest thing.
Oh!
When the dead don't stay dead, we can
Well,
rebuke them.
Well, he did seem to worship this Jurgle. Let's see if she shudders again when I say it a second time.
She doesn't
It's
like
a little bit. No, so that's interesting. That's something you can do. Are you?
I can't turn them to dust, but I can definitely make them quake or flee.
Well, that sounds awesome. I would love to see that one day. Okay. Well, that's odd. I start poking skeletons.
All right.
Is this disturbing the dead? I look at her like, is this okay? Is this blasphemy what I'm doing right here? Is this...
The skull looks up at you and it swipes you with its claw.
Oh, it's just. Holy shit!
Holy crap!
I dropped my torch on his face.
So yeah, that's coming at you.
No, I'm gonna keep the torch in my.
Natural 20. So like you're
Wow.
looking at her poking the skeleton, and it
Right.
just digs
grabs.
into your flesh of your hand and
Ah.
tears part like
Ah.
out.
You hear very, very booming screaming.
Very booming scream.
Very
Very
booming,
booming
screaming.
Yeah. It's That's what it is.
You take
booming screams.
6 damage.
Oh, man.
That's pretty bad.
Dig, scream.
These skeletons look like they were done.
Yep, they're all starting. Any partial skeleton that's around is starting to move and turn, and if it has arms still, it's reaching out and trying to grab weapons and like drag themselves towards you.
No.
Why did you poke it?
I'm investigating. How many are there? Actually, I suppose some. Oh.
There's probably about 8 partial skeletons dragging themselves towards you.
8?
Yeah.
How big is this room?
It's pretty big. Like, it's 20 by 20.
Oh my goodness. Guys! Little help!
Initiatives.
Oh boy.
So, for initiative, you roll a d20.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
I definitely call it for
And I
help.
have a plus
You get
one.
a +1.
You're calling for help?
Yeah.
23.
Wow. Oh man. Johnny on the spot. Here I'm coming! I'm coming,
What are
Graice!
these rolls?
I should never have left you!
Fucking riffs. Like, what is this shit? My D20 game is strong.
What is your roll for? You're not even with us.
He's calling for
He's
help.
calling for help, so he might, run the other way.
So grab your die out of the dice.
Yeah, what he does with that is the whole
Why
other
is this
thing.
better luck for everybody else?
Alright, so it's just
Do
there's no
it.
proficiency, right? It's just dexterity, right? So
You
14.
have initiative value on your sheet, so right next to your armor class.
What do you get? 1?
No, I didn't get one again.
9.
Oh,
Wasn't my very first roll of the game though. It was a natural one.
initiative. I have a +1
What's
initiative.
your
Okay, so
first roll?
15.
Was the one?
Don't dare me to roll low.
Yysorok, what'd you get?
23.
Dorben?
10.
Alright. So,
Spidey says tinkle and you bolt. It's like, nope.
no.
It sounds really loud. I slowly slide the statue back.
So yeah, you hear
We're gonna contain this evil. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'll
You see
justify
the-
it. Back to
the
camera.
light-
I don't know you
you
guys.
see the light diminish for a while, and then you hear a scream.
Yeah.
I knew why you pointed that part of that.
It's a very charismatic scream too. Oh, it just feels like what a voice you want to help out.
What?
Against my better judgment, I follow the sounds down.
So you take your action to move down the spiral staircase, where you end your turn, looking out into the room. The torch is on the ground, or you still have it?
I still have it.
Okay. You see undead skeletons, partial skeletons, torsos and limbs and a skull, arm here and a skull there, just dragging themselves towards these 3 who have just barely made it into the room.
Check this out! Look at this!
Yeah, just imagine
I
skeletal
go back
hands
up. Now I
into
push
your
the
flesh
statue
and
back.
pulling out.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's
It really
not-
hurts.
Yeah, it took like half your hit points.
It did.
So, that's 23. You get down there, you see the situation.
You're
On
next.
13s, both Graice and Nori go. So, go.
No, alright. You son of a... I got a torch in my hand. It's like a clubby kind of thing, right?
It'll do a
I'm
D6.
just gonna bash that. Start. No, Bert! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Roll to hit.
D6, right?
But it looks like I'm a little still recoiling from the agonizing pain in my good torch arm.
So what'd you get?
I got if it would be 2 plus 4. Well, that's right.
7.
Yeah, plus 4 strength, don't I?
6,
Yeah.
It's 7.
7.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah, so 3 plus
You're
4,
proficient.
7, 9,
You're plus
9.
6.
You're
so-
proficient
9.
in torch.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weapon. It's a
I
club.
know. I'm
Yeah.
just like
I'm very
So,
proficient.
9?
torch.
As you can see,
Yeah,
as
you're
I
just-
miss.
I have a 9 in torch
You're just like-
buffoonery.
Like, your arm's not
Yeah.
answering the way you want it to. Your wrist and arm hurt. You're just smashing down around it.
Can I use my bonus action to smack this thing with my shield away from me? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got a
bonus
torch and a
action.
shield. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to smack it with my shield.
You smack it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really move because it's like on the ground.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you get the shield like between you and it, so
yeah.
it's now it's like trying to get around you. That's when. Let's see. Yeah. That's when Nori's like you're like and smacking at it, and then Nori's blacksmith hammer just comes down and shatters it.
Bonus act.
I'm glad I loosened it up for her.
You got it. You pinned it in place.
Yeah.
What?
How many did I say? Or 8?
Yeah, it was 8. I almost lied and be like, it was like 4.
Three.
So she just like smashes it. Like, are you all right? No. I mean, yes.
Yes.
So that's the 13s. 10.
10. What am I doing? So I'm just seeing a bunch of skeletons come alive.
Yep. And they're crawling towards you, grabbing weapons when they can.
You should be shorter.
But he casts tall.
I know, dude. I so want to do this.
Obscure the area.
Great. None of us can see. I really hope that affects the undead.
You guys made me ink.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, you can put it in the other half of the room, but
So you can see. You and I sit on the steps and have a beer. Oh, yeah, it's good.
These chumps. I bet.
Sounds
3
deadly
gold.
in there.
3 gold. They both just get ripped in half. Oh, that's pretty crazy music. I wonder if I can hear.
yeah,
Who's they?
the viewers all.
TV Land.
Hi, none of you.
I know, buddy.
Alright, let's instinctively say I'm going to throw actual darts at one.
Because you're like not comfortable with your magic yet, so you're like, ha!
There's a little
Roll it.
magic shy.
So I can just hear your tiny person.
So what is this roll?
It is so right here with a dart, you have +3 to hit. So roll a d20 and add +3. Tell me what you get.
11.
Plus
11?
3.
Yeah, 8 and 11. So that hits.
Ooh.
And it does that damage.
1d4 plus 1.
Piercing.
1d4. Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
I got it.
You get your dex bonus though, don't you?
Yeah, that is his next bonus.
Ah.
The +1. So you rolled a 4, so you did 5. Yeah. So like
Sticks right in his skull.
Yeah, you huck a dart at one, and it like goes, gets like into the eye. You see some bone pop out from behind it. So you like send a dart in and shattered part of its like spine, back, skull, like its head kind of like with like little fletching sticking out the.
Holy!
I love that you like half struck it, but the damage was intense.
And he's like standing behind these giant people too, so it's like this volley shot. Like,
Just send it through people's legs.
oh yeah.
All right. That's them. So crawl. The one on you is already dead, so one more gets up to you and tries to whack you with a sword. Ding! It's like weird because it's only got one arm, so it's like, and then it just kind of like.
Right. It's very awkward defending.
Get out! It definitely misses you. Your AC is something ridiculous. Isn't
19.
It? Yeah, Jesus.
It's only my stupidity poking things around. I'm really in danger.
He's got
Dexterity. I forgot about the dexterity. I was like,
what do you have? You have
15.
15. He's got scale mail, a shield, and he's a defensive expert.
Yeah.
So he is.
Well, I was thinking it was just funny
crazy.
that 19 sounded huge, and I was like, oh wait, I'm so dexterous.
15's pretty good.
15 is good.
It's fantastic.
Let's not talk about it.
You need to get some mage armor up again.
Just put you on my shoulders.
He's so tiny.
One tries to swipe at Nori and misses. That's the only two that can get in, but next wave is going to be like 4 more.
Right.
So.
Bring him down!
23.
There's 7 left, right?
There are 7 left, and one of them has a broken head at the moment.
Thanks to this guy.
Good job. 23 means initiative permanently for the
Yes.
round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I gotta decide what I'm gonna do.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Some sort of bow. Alright. Shoot the closest one to Dingleberry here.
Alright.
Graice. It's
Graice.
Graice.
Sorry, Graice.
Graice. I know.
Or as it says on there,
Graice.
Deyton.
What?
It does say Geish.
Does it?
It does.
Oh, you didn't fix that yet?
Oh,
Geish.
damn it.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sorry,
That's
Geish.
what he
now
really
I'm
thought of
Gaice
you.
forever.
Now I'm Gaice forever.
Geish.
You're like a gay ace.
No, the public, the fans, all the fans have already seen it. It's gonna be-
Geish.
I'm surprised you got your name right.
It is hard to spell.
Creosote?
Creosote?
Creosote.
Yeah.
YY.
Technically has a C in there.
YYSOROK,
Creosote.
creosote.
Doesn't have a C,
Yeah.
but
Oh, it doesn't have the...
Creosote.
Doesn't have a C?
No, there's no C. There's no
Oh,
C.
okay. I was like CK. Alright, so I didn't get it right.
That's the English spelling of Yysorok. I go with the
and then my
Spanish.
character sheet has EN, and you have IN on mine.
I did the wrong. Right?
It's the Spanish spelling. I don't do the English spelling of Yysorok.
And
So,
Dorben
bow.
with a
Particular
E. You got everyone wrong.
You did.
wow.
You 100%
Except for me.
Right.
Well, that's
you
good.
don't count.
You spelled Deyton wrong, too.
Damn it.
No, his parents
Blue
spelled
and
Deyton.
Palace.
His parents spelled Deyton.
Yes, parents spelled it. I don't even think they're from Ohio.
E.
Yeah.
Alright. There we go.
Here we
Are
are.
we good?
It's just
So,
a-
shoot.
A colloquial spelling from Ohio.
Yeah.
Dayton.
God damn.
Shoot.
So, yeah. Come on, Elf.
Wait
Stop
a sec.
laughing. Why are you laughing at us? I'm getting mauled here.
8.
8. Is that... So,
Wait, no, wait.
down there. In the middle box. Short bow.
Oh, it's a 10 season.
10? That'll hit.
And then I do 1d6 plus 4, which is 5
5. And you shot the one that was on him.
on him.
It's just 5. Yeah, so you can roll ones too.
Sometimes. Only for damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
I
So,
actually will get my
you,
catchphrase.
you send an arrow, like, rattling through its rib cage, and a couple ribs shatter off, which impede its ability to crawl a little bit, but it's still going.
No.
Everyone gets one arrow.
Everyone gets one. Tell him, Graice. Apparently everyone gets
Everyone gets
one.
one. I will spread the word of your legend.
It's so hard to be mad at you, Graice.
Oh,
I get that a lot. I was a terrible wizard apprentice.
But you're not.
I know!
This makes it worse. Damn it. I walked right into that. You're not a wizard.
You know, yeah. You're not traveling with Candlekeep's finest. They're not sending the best.
Can't hear you. I'm too busy
It was,
shooting arrows from the staircase.
This is Lucid Abstract.
Who? Who's an abstract? Cat.
Hey.
It's a cat. All right. She Nori like has her hammer, but she takes a step back, kind of like just behind your shoulder to get behind your shield, and says, "Red Knight, strike you down!" And a column of crimson flame comes out of the air and strikes one of the skeletons on the ground.
Whoa!
Whoa! This is magic.
It makes a noise.
This comes from like the ceiling.
It just came out of just manifested, just a swirling column of crimson flame right in the middle of the room. Hits the thing, scorches its bones. It's the same one that he hit,
Man.
it's like barely still animate.
It's like way cooler than I've seen any Ogma cleric. Their spells are all about like, I know more about this subject.
Go.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was cool. At this point, I'm passing the torch into my shield hand, and then I'm getting out.
A sword.
Aha!
A sword.
I'll show you, smiting.
A sword, like you move your fingers.
Sword.
A sword. I'm like,
That's not what it is.
I was like, yeah.
A sword.
Or Bad Mardigan. You are great. No!
I start coming up on one of these skeletons on the ground. Out of my way, peck!
Very good.
Alright, that's going to be a 16.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh, bring the sword down.
Are you attacking the one that's been hit twice, the one that's attacking you, or the one that was going after Nori?
There's one on the ground on the next coming at Nori, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting the one that's after Nori.
Okay, go for it. Damage.
I want her to live long enough to do more cool shit like that. Can I get a D8?
That's a good. Yeah.
I'll take. We'll do 9 damage.
You smash the hell out of that thing. You come down, it's like crash, and bones fly everywhere, and it's all. And then you're like, haha, I smited the. And it's like, it's still moving. You're like, God damn it! I thought I got it.
You're all, yeah, it's all.
And then it's all, and you're all,
So is there still one?
They're still both. They're both
There's
still.
a bunch of things.
Like they look like just a pile of shattered bone, but somehow there's still something connecting them, and they're still moving.
All right. So now, I just want to say, Shield Master, right?
Yeah.
Like I can make an attempt to move this thing 5 feet. I want to get it to more away from
Nori,
more onto like my field of range.
you basically they're
kind of
both,
like scoop it almost.
yeah,
really.
you just sweep and like against the ground and make sure that they're both. You get them kind of into each other and both on the side between you and Nori.
Right.
So
I guess it's a
I'm being stupid. Can you explain how these?
What the bee's knees?
which.
Yeah, that bonus action crap. What is that?
So he has a bonus action so you can, in your turn, you can take a standard action, which is when it says one action. That's cast a spell, attack, search, normal stuff. You could also, on your turn, take one bonus action. At any time, you can also take a reaction, but you can only have one before you go again. So you only have one reaction. You can take it on other people's turns if you have an ability that uses it. It refreshes when it comes back to your action.
So I have a specific thing that says you have to have things that say.
Yeah,
that
you have a bonus action ability, like a spell, don't you?
That's my.
I thought you did.
Not that I know of.
You might have had one before. I think it was
Yeah,
Friends or something
maybe.
like that, but you got rid of it.
Bonus
Anyway.
action, friend.
But yeah, so bonus action is just a type of action. So
Yeah.
he gets to attack, and then he also gets to try to bash something with his. Well, it's not really bash, but he gets to move or muscle people with his shield.
Yeah.
Nori.
Oh, bonus action is shield related
Yes,
for you.
For me,
bonus
yeah,
action-
I have a specific feat
Okay.
that lets me.
Nori can up to 4 times actually take 2 attacks in a turn because she's war domain.
I have another bonus action, but I
My
can't. I
bonus
already used my
action
bonus
is
action
attack
for this
twice.
turn, so I'm gonna.
I'm being a dick.
Eventually, you will get 2 attacks. Not at the moment. So that's them. So the 2 that are still on you are going to attack you.
Right.
Both of them.
Come at me.
That's not going to cut it.
Did their initiative go up higher?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You haven't done it. Sorry.
It's like
I didn't see you there.
I have yet.
Hey, shush.
Oh, it's so tiny. He's a tiny little guy.
Well, that D20 hasn't rolled higher than an 8, so we're gonna go that one.
Different D20.
What are you doing? You throwing another dart?
Oh, I am throwing another dart for sure.
It was a 10.
And I got a 13.
Yeah, that'll hit. Crap! Are you throwing it at a specific one? Or just like one of the ones that's attacking them, or a new one, or the one you hit before?
The one you hit before.
The one I hit before.
What'd you do?
I did 2.
Okay. You smash it.
I forgot it was for damage. Like, no!
You smash his shoulder like blade, and it like cracks a little in the dark. Just.
Sorcerers have cantrips. You have cantrips.
Oh yeah, he
right?
does.
Okay.
He's just not. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to use his powers yet.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
the reason I kind of got sent on this errand is because I accidentally manifested this magic, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah, we got to get you out of here.
happened?
wow."
He like.
Do I know what happened?
We can talk about this.
I thought you already said that he turned
We
someone
talked
into
about
a
it.
Oh,
man.
yeah, you said it. Okay. Well, that's canon now. Excellent. I'm glad. I'm happy about that. All right. My mother still prays.
All right. So the two that are still on you
He was the archmage.
attack you. Oh no, I already rolled that. Sorry, none of them hit. Neither of them hit. They're like scraping at your armor, your greaves, like ching ching.
Right.
A sword
Chain, mongrels.
hits your shield. The one that you're hitting is going straight for you. Like,
That's not good.
that's unfortunate.
Please don't hit.
It's not a hit.
Good.
So
I could die.
that was one. There's 3 more coming up. You are in the back, so they can't get to you. You strategically put yourself with everyone else in front of you. So each of you are going to get another one.
Sorry, they strategically went down first.
one
Nothing
on
to
you.
do with me.
Ah.
Misses. One on Nori. Misses. One on you. Misses. Wow. They are half skeletons, so they kind of suck.
Yeah. They got the good one out.
Yeah, they got their good attack on you in the beginning. A crit.
Yeah.
So.
It's gonna happen again. So now what?
No, it's him.
So I'm looking around, I'm seeing these broken pieces try to still attack. Can I look around and see for some sort of power source or
Nice.
something that's
Make a
driving
notice.
this? Make a notice.
Or your notice is higher than your Arcana, right? I assume you don't have Arcana.
Notice.
I have some
and
Arcana.
this
I
It's like you don't.
would be
There's not a dot
perception.
in it. Perception, right? Perception.
Oh, these are saving throws. Sorry.
Yeah. Under Arcana, you don't have a dot next to it.
No, it does
Right.
not.
No, but I
What's the
do
bonus?
perception. Perception is +4. Arcana is +2.
Investigation as well.
And
Investigation takes time to search.
His perception has a proficiency though.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
So does he get what he has there plus the proficiency bonus?
No, that includes the
You
proficiency.
spend a
bonus.
penny to add a D6.
You don't have inspiration.
It's not bad actually because you got
Right.
you got the +2
No, it's fine.
and you're proficient.
Hey, Rob, do you start with inspiration in this game, or do you have to gain it?
I start with inspiration when I run games, but everyone does it differently.
Okay.
There's no rule for it.
You do have inspiration at the moment, so everyone does have one of these.
I rolled a 12, so
It'll
good.
well. Let me explain what they do because you
Okay.
can't roll it after the fact. But you can use inspiration before you roll to roll 2d20. You gain advantage on the roll to roll 2d20 and pick the highest on any roll. So
And how many do we get?
1. You either have it or you don't.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I can recharge it for you when you do great things.
Cool. Typically, you just
Keep
put
it.
a check mark there and then erase it when you use it.
Yeah, or we have the
Oh yeah, the chips.
So I'm proficient, though, so
yeah.
another +2.
Nope, that's
Only
all added in.
plus
It's all added in the skill.
10
skill.
then,
10.
not 12.
You didn't get 12?
Well, my perception is +4, but it's a saving throw. My proficiency is still there, so I rolled an 8. Proficiency bonus of 2, right?
No,
Right.
just look at the skill. Yeah.
So
Skill
what
is
is this?
+4.
Perception. Yeah, it's +2 to
oh,
wisdom, +2
so 12.
to
Sorry, it wasn't.
It's all in the math
I got
of
it.
the it's all in the math of the skill.
We played too much Rifts.
Right.
12.
So 12. You don't see anything that seems to be powering these. Like there's no wisps of anything. There's no odd object in the room. There is a, like, in the other corner, opposite corner of the room, it's open, so it goes down a hallway, but it's too far out, too dark, and there's a wall there. Like, the hallway jets off to the side. So you can't see anything.
Nothing. Success.
Now,
You're playing like
perception is passive.
Absolutely.
You're just kind of like looking around. You can still take an attack.
Oh, all right.
So that's that's a free action.
While I notice nothing, I will attack one of the skeletons. So
D20. That'll
natural
do.
20.
Bang.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Which one are you? Are you attacking a fresh one?
A fresh one.
Yeah. Go ahead and it's double dice damage. So roll whatever the dice of your longbow or your short bow is. It's a D8, isn't it?
D6.
D6. So 2d6, and add the bonus once.
Do I get to re-roll?
No, they don't stage in this game.
7 plus 4, so 11.
11. That just shatters it. You like send it right down the spine and blast one.
It's all dark. I can't see these arrows. I just see skeletons exploding. I'm like, it's working!
It's working.
Before I was like, ooh. Oh, no.
Re-roll? Ribs. Fucking ribs.
So where was the new one that he shot?
I
feel like these are all on somebody at this point, aren't they?
They...
This is a celebration song
one,
from
two.
Boondock Saints.
This is.
Uh,
This is the intro song.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. That's on.
They also play it again when he's
1, 2, 3,
explaining
4,
the rule of thumb to his lesbian coworker, and she calls him that.
Just
Does Bumgardner
Untouched.
sound Irish to you?
still getting.
Pick a person.
Me?
Yeah, pick one of these 3 people. Okay, so he killed one of the extra ones that was attacking you.
oh, hey!
The extra one that was
What a
attacking
great guide.
Just leading you guys to success.
I like it when you shoot arrows more than these darts I've been seeing through. Stick with the arrows. I don't know where they're coming from. It's all behind me. I'm thinking that's you throwing darts the whole time.
This tiny guy, like, those are made out of bones. Yeah, they're sticking in really good.
Alright. So there are 3 really wounded ones. One with darts, one with burns and sword smashes. And then 3 that have
You're
not...
our sorcerer.
They haven't been hurt yet, but they're...
Stop throwing physical
skeletons.
objects.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
So
I'm
wait
the
till
sorcerer.
wait till I see what I do
Darts,
next.
darts.
you destroyed one. So Nori and Graice, do you want to go first? Do you want to go second?
I'll go first. I want to keep them off Graice. Keep them off Nori.
You want to keep them off yourself? That's
Yeah,
a good
I want to
idea.
keep them away from me.
It's true, I do, but this is not how heroes are born. So, get off the orc! Half. Which half was it? She never. I don't think she did tell me which half of her was. Right. So, that is 13.
That hits.
Alright.
Are you
Ooh!
hitting one of the 2 wounded
Oh,
ones,
it's
or are you hitting the fresh
still
one
like
that
reroll.
just came up to Nori?
First one that just came up to Nori.
How much?
I just did 12 to it.
That shatters it. So you're just and his bones are like, I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's just
We literally just talked about it, and they're still like, re-roll your 8. Oh.
no. Not in
And
this game. I'm keeping them on your side, or are you gonna try to bat one back?
I'm gonna use my bonus action now because I'm getting the hang of this, feeling better. I'm getting a little second wind going on. I'm gonna heal myself.
Do it.
12.
So D10,
Oh, yeah.
D10 plus my level, so plus 1.
It's it's
That's
always
10 health. So
So you're
back to
full health.
Oh,
It just looked bad.
yeah, it did. Oh, it's just that's actually just armor.
It got it like where I'm a bleeder
totally
apparently,
ready
but
for
it's
this.
Yeah.
We were talking
Passive
about
right
this.
now.
Panic blood. It'll be fine.
What the hell did he just do?
second
Bonus
win.
action, his life back.
I just realized
So,
I was fine.
Fighters have a
I
a
more or less
victory
know what
rush.
that is
Yeah.
from
WoW.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
kinda
feeling
know
great.
that one.
yeah.
You got any more
This
darts?
is adventure.
Got
Boys,
lots
Just
of
wait
darts.
till you see what I do.
Darts.
It's Lori's turn now.
I have
So-
no idea Nori's a female either. I'm just like, boys.
Well, she got
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't describe those details to us.
That's part of the half.
Yeah, yes, I see which half now is yours.
Now you know.
Yeah. Ah,
Hey.
I might bring the torch around. Oh, see. No.
She moves over to the one that's on you.
Hey, could you stop
Smashes
flooding my
it with her.
tits ablaze?
Quite excellent.
And she hits.
She got one with her blacksmith hammer?
Yeah. What did you just... she gives it a good thumping, but it's still moving. No, it's really loud.
I know, sorry. Hit the little chip
so
too
good,
and shattered.
Oh,
Oh,
it
it's
does.
so
When
nice.
it's at Thirsties on the bar, it just sounds like glass.
chimes.
Like
on the
Yeah,
linoleum, it's
yeah,
like it,
So awesome.
it jingles beautifully on the bar. What are
Okay.
you doing? I thought we were all told to stop doing it.
That was them, so Dorben.
Or not
As a
first.
free action, can I like move?
Yes.
Like,
If you move, so if you don't disengage, which takes your full action, it will. Both of them will get a swipe at you.
Oh, the note? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were...
Oh, hold on though. Nori's over there now, so no, it still doesn't help.
Yeah, I didn't know there was any on
Fucking-
so to
Dorben.
disengage,
Disengage,
that would take up my
it would take
turn.
up your entire action.
Or just your move, wouldn't it?
No, you have to. No, you can't
Can I-
act and disengage.
can I
The whole thing is
Oh.
that you're defending as you're on the way
Right.
out.
Bummer.
Can I disengage over behind the elf?
You can disengage back to the stairway. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
So you disengage, and all of a sudden, like
I
there's
didn't
like
even know you were there.
something-
I'm like, very
something
what the
brushes-
hell was that? Oh, no.
something brushes by your thigh.
Yeah.
Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. Look, I got little legs. Little guy.
That is little guy.
So now there are 2 on Nori and
Hey, check it out.
3 on you.
All right.
So
My gosh.
all 3 on you are
Just wait till you see what I
pretty
do next.
wounded. So,
All right.
Running.
Start popping.
that was 3. So
Now what?
it's back to the
I
top.
died.
No,
Damn it.
it's sorry. Now it's them. So 3 on you.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bones.
Come at me, bro. Bro.
Bones.
Bro.
Jabronis.
Does it
Jaboni.
18? What's your armor class?
Does not. My shield matches
19?
that.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Come at me,
hold on.
jabronis.
15, 16, 17, not a hit.
Shield
So
matches.
the 2 that are on Nori. A
Also
2 and a
that.
2. Yeah, that's not going to hit. So,
That's right. Shield
23.
wall.
Short bow.
that was on Nori. Nori has a 16 armor class.
Ooh, the natural one.
Oh no!
Not 2 of us have done it.
Oh,
Welcome
no.
to the club, buddy.
Which one are you shooting?
the cleric of the fire.
The closest one to him.
Okay.
Wow.
So early for such a
Sorry.
betrayal.
I don't,
Yeah, you followed it
Uh.
up. So you followed in the villainous trap of the guide.
he can't see it. You guys gave me away. That's obviously a 3.
All right.
Tattletales.
Let's do this. On a 1 through 3, you hit him.
Fucking A, man.
On a 4 through 6, your bowstring breaks.
Hit me and miss.
Oh, I thought
I
you wanted me to roll it.
I was rolling, but yes, you hit him. So roll your damage.
Perfect.
Blink! Right in the back, like right in the back of your thigh.
Oh, it's a 9.
What the hell?
Whack!
I just used my heal thing,
I
too.
wish you really
I'm glad I did, because you would have killed me outright. if I didn't.
The game's over. And fighter's dead.
Yeah, that hurts. All right.
9, huh?
Down a 3.
All right, so it's your turn.
Jesus.
I cry.
Yes, you do. There's an arrow in your thigh. In the back of it. It's weird.
I gotta take like this wild swing, like something like there's another one behind me. I'm like, and I just keep. Now I'm fighting the ones that are on me. Like
You should
I'm
do
trying to
that.
finish. I'm trying to finish off some weakened ones here.
Just
That's
did 9 damage.
right in the miss.
9.
Oh.
What What does he have though? Like 12?
12.
I definitely hit one of them.
Okay.
16.
Are you going after the one
right?
that scorched,
Yeah.
the one that you shattered, or the one
Oh,
that?
that shadow's still going?
Yeah.
Should attack the
Well,
one.
no, you shattered. You completely shattered one last turn, but like the second time you hit, you shattered one, and we're all.
You should attack that one that shot you in the back.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then there
I
was one
definitely
on
attacked
Nori
that.
as well.
How many
I mean,
full-
so there was one on that was on Nori, now is on you. So there's one that's burned, one that's shattered, and one that had a arrow go through its spine.
least
Or
Right.
go through
Are
its
you
spine.
the
Didn't
full
really
ones,
do
or they all
anything,
have
just-
to?
Oh, they're way less than
Didn't do
half.
anything.
Okay, I'm hitting
Killed our
one.
fighter in
The first one.
The
Like
scorch.
if I had rolled
Yeah, yeah.
6, he'd be
It's
at
dead.
1 right.
All right, great.
It has. It
my
had.
natural one.
You have like a one,
Oh, yeah,
a
you're
one,
just-
one,
just
and
looking
3
for
hit
bugs.
point one left.
Okay.
I love
Like
that
you
you're
can't
hiding
not
behind
kill
me.
them now.
Right.
I'm hitting you up, motherfucker. What are you doing?
Nori is going to smash
I'm
the
not
one
a
she just
fighter.
hit.
I
Again,
know
and she
why.
misses.
I'm not either.
Not good.
Shot our fighter.
Dorben.
Oh, it's back to me?
Yep,
Dorben.
he's really hurt. She's got 2 on her.
Alright, well, I'm going to throw a dart at
I'm
one of
like
those.
sitting on the stairs.
The one that already has darts in it.
Oh, and so the one on
Oops.
Nori. Yeah, go ahead.
I
Oh no.
just picture you up in these stairs,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
just
yeah.
had this very
Yeah,
narrow
totally, I'm just
field
like-
of vision. Like, okay.
So 13.
Sorry, there is a fresh one on you.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
want to try to hit that one?
I did,
Okay,
actually.
what did you do? How much damage?
I destroyed it. I did... Oh, probably not destroyed it.
19.
Yeah, right. I did...
Minus
plus 4, so 7.
60.
Alright.
Then I knocked it over to Nori. That's it.
Nori, Graice. Alright. How much did you do?
Well, 13 to hit.
Yes, that hits. And you don't hit him in the back.
Oh, fuck.
Hey.
And I did 5.
It finishes it off.
Hey!
All your 3 darts are the only damage into that thing, and you killed it.
You got your own skeleton. Good job.
I got one.
I'm adding a letter
After
back
I'm
home.
writing a letter
my
down.
darts.
I'm writing this down. I'm
I
writing
got
this down.
close
I
enough
am-
to swing at me,
I am
so then I
so
ran behind
proud.
the elf.
I am so proud of you today.
Nice
Oh, yeah.
score! Nice score!
Dude,
That was that
today the
13.
gnome.
All right.
break it? Yeah.
So 2
Oh,
on.
our fighter may die.
I'm sorry.
Very likely.
It's very
Because
likely.
the elf shot him.
Well, I got this armor for a reason, but if someone...
Hey, I didn't shoot him. I shot him really well. Like, I did a lot of
did, you did.
damage. It wasn't just like, ow.
there
It
are
was like,
still
ah!
Alright, that's fine. I can take it.
Because no, that was it. Damn it. No, there are 1, 2, 3
Instantly.
left. There are 2 on Nori, 1 on you.
Well, there should only be one on Nori now, right?
No, that
Oh,
one. That one went to him
Okay.
after you left. No, it didn't go to her. I'm losing my mind now. There's 1 on Nori, 2 on you.
Okay. Bring 'em up.
17. God damn it. 1 on Nori. It hits her.
Oh. Someone didn't study
Ouch.
the shield.
She does have a shield, but she just got hit for 6.
It would be
Ow.
worse. I mean, if my darts hadn't killed the one, she could have got hit twice.
I'm going to shuffle back and shield bash the elf in front to the front lines.
Whoa! Alright, 23. Go.
I would say don't.
Not
Yeah,
the
would ya?
closest one.
So they're all engaged now. There's 2 on him and 1 on Nori.
Any cool elven
it's just-
swords?
I do. So, it's time to join the fray.
Shing!
I'll come down.
With your rapier.
Right here, ready. And I'm close enough, obviously, to
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just move up and smash.
16.
That hits.
Oh, yeah.
11 plus piercing.
11, and that's with the plus.
plus
11
4.
is with the plus.
D8 plus
Alright.
4 is
And you're doing what on the 1 on Nori, the 2
1
on
on
him?
Nori.
Okay. The 1 on Nori is dead. You come up and just put through its spine and
Ah,
sever its head off.
Complain.
Now that's the kind of guidance I like to see.
Arrows be damned. This rapier is my
13.
Yeah, back to me.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm just gonna go crush the one The one of the two on me that's close to Nori. Or does Nori have another one on her?
Nope, nothing's on Nori anymore. Just both on you.
Just on me? Alright, I'm smashing the one on my left.
I was going to attack the arrow in your back, but it looked like it was doing something important.
I did...
keeping blood in at the moment.
Yeah, right.
That's 24.
That'll hit.
Like that, I shot it so well, like it went between the
it's dead,
chinks of your
sorry.
armor.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
There's nothing you can't do. You can't
Ah.
not kill him. Nori's gonna call down the secret flame on the last one.
Cool.
roll for sacred flame.
It's sitting there and the flames are appearing above it. And it's like, and it just kind of flops to the side, and the flames
Just
scorch the
accepts
ground.
its death.
No, it misses.
The flame.
The thing's like, it jumps out of the way.
Holy
Hit an 18 on a dex save.
damn.
And it's got a horrible dex save, let me tell you. Crawling skeletons.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't dodge an arrow earlier. You should have been like, oops.
Well, it's
Yeah,
dark in here.
Out of the way.
Don't worry, bro.
I
I
was
got
expecting
you.
it to come from
I'm
behind.
throwing a dart.
Dart it.
Get it!
That's a decent.
I got a 6.
That'll miss. Rattles off the ground.
I like flinch a little bit. Like, oh god, what's that?
We all kind of go, what's that sound? What is that? Is there some... Oh, you're still here.
The one on you attacks you. Cock.
It attacks your
Miss.
cock.
Hit by what?
Cock out. By what? Nope. It misses. It
Damn right.
bounces off your damn shield.
Yeah, it does.
Ting. They have a disadvantage. They're on the ground. It's really tough.
As it should be. I'm happy for the situation.
Okay.
Because I can't take much more abuse.
You're up. Yysorok. Strike the last one.
Rapier.
You know what?
I'm sorry that it's close to you.
It's fine. It's fine.
17.
That'll hit. I'm pretty sure there's nothing you can't roll that won't kill it.
Watch me.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Boom. 1.
With the negative. No,
Plus 4.
you didn't roll the 1.
It's a 5.
Yeah, it did.
It's damage.
So,
Yeah.
all of them are dead.
Ha-ha!
There are no more
Oh.
moving things in the chamber.
I'm standing.
We're not moving anymore?
No, actually, I'm
No,
digging.
anything but you.
I,
You can reach back and dig that
yeah,
out. Okay.
Here, let me help you.
You bastard. And I bleed to death. I just bleed out.
Just like, where did this arrow come from?
Yeah.
The feathers are not
Seems to
mine.
be an elven man. I'm queer.
She comes over.
Why does this arrow not have any feathers? I don't know.
Nori comes over, like, basically just grabs your arm, reaches down with her other hand, and grabs the wound.
Oh, good.
And you're like, ah!
Yeah.
And then there's a crimson light around it, and it knits itself back together.
Ooh.
You regain 8 hit points.
Ooh.
And
Hey.
It's almost full.
Yeah.
then she points at it and does like this, and you see the armor knits itself back up. And then she grabs your arm here where they poked through and tore some of your jerkin or whatever you're wearing, and then she just
That's amazing.
mins that.
What?
As well.
Well, you don't even need that hammer.
Do we gain any hit points back? Cup of coffee together.
I'm sorry. Are you guys okay? I didn't call. Like, is everyone all right? Nori, did you?
Do you see any books?
She did take the wound.
Are there any books here?
She looks like she's trying to not show it, but she looks pretty hurt.
Yeah. Jeez. Can I attempt some sort of first aid? I got a pack full of.
You have medicine?
I don't,
You can give it a shot.
but I'm smart. I have hemp rope.
Ooh, I have some string. Let's tie the string to the rope and just use my string to stitch her up.
Yeah.
And that's dexterity.
Yeah. So, no, if I
Sewing.
may, I've seen these before. I can take a look.
I've seen these before.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. 14.
22.
And you know what first aid even does? I don't even know what it does.
I just want to.
You bandage the wound, stop bleeding.
That's fine.
So.
If I could, I'm not looking for.
I think if you take a short rest, she might be able to use her hit die to heal.
Yeah.
So
We should be using our common clothes more often, I think.
Medicine in the 5th edition. Everything heals.
I have a bell.
Alright.
I have a bell.
So you guys take
I have a bell.
you guys take a breather, like stamp everything out, make sure nothing is here. You just like take inventory of yourselves and pick up your darts and pick up any arrows that survived. How many arrows did you shoot?
2.
Got one of them.
He got one of them.
You said 2?
2.
You only shot 2 arrows?
Yeah. I shot the first one that did a lot of damage, and I shot the second one did a lot of damage, and then I rapiered the other.
You shot one and shattered it. You shot one through the ribs and damaged it. Then you shot one and shattered down the spine.
3 arrows. Yeah, you're right. 2 sword swipes, 3 arrows, that's right. I forgot it took you guys 5 turns to kill that shit.
All of them are recoverable. So you get all of your arrows back.
Shine it off a little bit. Yeah.
I want to look at these skeletons. Are they like, what's going on? What's going on with them? I mean, like, do they have like, do they have any like weird like arcane carvings in them or anything weird, making them animated or nothing?
Nope.
All right.
Their weaponry, mostly short swords.
Yeah.
There's a couple of shields laying around and helmets. Look old. I mean, not ancient, but battered, rusted.
Yeah.
No telling how long these things have been animated or walking around or where they're from.
We don't see any books.
There's no books in here at all.
There's ash all over the floor. Is there any footprints?
Just rat footprints.
Just rat. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like our man may have gone through here unless this ash came after his passing. But how would he get past these skeletons? Well, you did say they seem turned. If he is a priest of Jurgle, he could have just
turned them when they came down here. He could have been in here and turned them from the entrance.
I mean,
from the deeper entrance.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, you can investigate.
I don't know what I'm looking for. God damn it.
This chamber is very empty except for ash, skeletons, and the armor and weapons of the skeletons.
But wait, I rolled a 6.
Yeah. I mean, really, there's nothing really going on in this room.
So what's the there's an exit way out of here. So what does that look like? Is it like a?
It looks like a hallway.
Yeah.
So this is a square room. The spiral staircase came down to one corner, and the hallway comes off the other corner. And there's no door or anything. It's just a hallway into the side of the corner of the room.
Well, they're finding all their needles and stuff. Just put my torch in there. Just look at the wall.
I guide you that way.
Does it look like the crypt?
I'll guide you that way.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe. Perhaps.
So it looks like a short corridor. There seems to be 2 doors, and then a larger. Like the corridor keeps going, but it looks like it opens up to a larger area that your torchlight doesn't penetrate yet.
Okay.
Without going deeper.
Looks clear.
Yep.
Well, then let's go that way.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So
are you all done? We finished. Sorry, I'm a little cranky. Somebody shot me in the back.
Was it a big arrow that he threw?
Was it a javelin?
Yeah.
It was a gnome javelin.
Miles Magic just increased the size.
Gnome
javelin.
Yeah.
Also known as a short bow of arrow.
Yeah, let's go that way.
So in this corridor, it looks like there's a larger room if you keep going, but there's also a door on either side of you. And
you just keep going.
Like if you keep going, it's going to open up into a larger room. But as you're going, there's a doorway and a doorway. You're going first, right?
Yeah,
and you're just like kind of stomping down the hallway, like.
Oh yeah. Not a care in the world.
Okay, just want to make sure what's going on. Do you want to like kind of spot for any traps? Like
yeah,
I was
say I want to at least listen.
What are you doing?
Go ahead and roll.
Dangerous.
Go ahead and roll perception just to as you're looking down the corridor to look for any weird tiles or slits in the wall or anything like that.
What do you think this is?
What did you get?
This is a respectable place.
Looks clear.
Yeah. I told you. Get back in line.
I think It looks fine.
Yeah.
Don't you have a
So-
+4?
No, I had a +2, so
You got your
this is
perception?
my saving throws.
No,
Perception.
those aren't your saving throws. They're your skills. Your saving throws are a completely different section.
So I'll make it a 7 then.
So saving throws are up there, and then skills are down there.
Yeah.
I've only played D&D like 4
Once.
You're doing great. You're doing
Yeah, one time.
fantastic.
Yeah.
This is some quality roguing you're doing here.
So you don't see anything, but
Backstabbing.
What are you
everything.
doing? What are you doing when you get to
Shooting
where the doors are?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing when you get to where the
No.
doors
Right, so when I get to the doors, I
There's a
go.
door to the left, there's a door to the right, the
Yeah.
corridor keeps going.
I guess I got the torch on my shield.
I mean, I can speak as a free action, right? Be like, hey, knock!
No, you need
Knock.
to wait your turn. Yeah.
No.
Knock!
You gotta roll initiative if you want to talk to me.
For
Alright.
Gerald's sake, knock!
Wait, knock? You want me to knock on the... No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I look at the doors. Do they look like they've been... I mean, what do they look like? Are they covered in cobwebs and stuff?
Old
or-
wooden doors that look pretty dilapidated. Like
Yeah.
they're plank wooden doors that have
Knobby.
dried.
Listen!
No, listen. Looks like they've dried, accumulated moisture, dried, accumulated more. They look bad. Like they look like decking that's been out in the elements for 20, 30 years.
Do they have handles?
Yeah.
Do they like turn knob? Do I have
No,
to?
it's just
can I-
a-
okay, cool. So I don't have to.
Handle? No.
So they go.
It's just a ring. Like you just grab it and
Yeah.
push it. Like this.
The
No, you
fucking
can't pull them.
fighter can't open a
Yeah.
door and hold a sword.
yeah.
I
So,
oh,
I need
God.
2 more arms. Can you make that happen with your wild magic? That'd be amazing.
Be careful what you wish for.
Third arm. Oh, this is horrible.
Right out of my.
What's that for? Opening doors while I hold my sword.
It's very, very useful. Guys, there's doors. I don't know if you... I think I'm gonna take a little peek. I'm gonna check this one out. Why don't you? That's why you're here finding the book too. Why don't you check the one on the right? I'll check the one on the left. You watch over our wounded priestess here and keep your eyes on the front down the hallway in case anything comes around. Eh?
Got it.
You got it? Is this the plan? What is that
You
shit?
turn and open the door.
Yeah. Okay, I hook my little torch at the bottom of the torch in the little ring, and I start. Is it full?
You grab it. There's a little bit of resistance, and
Alright.
it opens up.
Cool. So
You
there's
open
the
up
resistances.
Or you wait till see what he has.
I wait.
Okay, so you open yours.
Not just
Right.
open up.
Open all the doors.
Yeah.
The same
So
doors.
just take a peek inside. I imagine it pulls open like this,
Yeah,
right?
it pulls
Yeah,
open
so
into the
I'm trying-
hallway.
trying to, like,
Yeah,
anyone
you
there?
go and put the torch in there a little bit. It looks like it's a small bedchamber. There's no furniture to speak of anymore.
Any shelves I can see?
Nothing. Like there's a shelf that's like set in the wall, but it's dusty and nothing's in it really.
No, I'll check it later.
There is a hole in the wall, like
Oh.
where the stones of the wall have like come loose and out, and there seems to be a hole there that goes deeper, like just past where the stone was laid up and into the earthworks behind it. Small
Yeah.
hole,
You
about
should put your hand in the hole.
this big.
What?
Yeah,
You should put your hand.
about this big on the ground.
There's a hole in the ground?
Put your,
Yeah,
put your
in the
hand-
wall.
In the wall, at the bottom.
at the ground level.
I bet the book is in there.
What are you...
Listen to the music. That's the bookfinding music.
What'd you find, Dorben?
I haven't opened mine yet.
What?
What?
There's a weird hole in this one. Is it? Go see if there's one on the other side too. I'll do it. Close the door. I just
You have to use
check.
both hands and a
You
leg.
leave
Yeah, I leave. I leave it and I go check out the door. I guess. Just pull that sucker open.
You open it. It looks like another bedchamber.
Kind of
Same thing, but no hole.
no hole in
There's
that one.
no hole in here.
No
I'm
hole.
telling you, man,
No
the
hole.
book's in that hole. Go get it.
He's like yelling this at you
Make
down
a-
the hall.
Is he really telling you?
So, are you not in the hallway?
I'm in the hallway with Nori right now.
Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're between the two doors.
Yeah, I can see in there. Yeah.
So when he's opening the second door, are you following, like watching him open that second door? Or? Okay.
I'm having a good time. Like,
Make
what
a
the
perception.
fuck is this?
Your keen elven senses.
Yeah. Suck it. Those keen elephants.
8.
Okay.
You know we're all on the same team.
Yeah, I do know that.
Like, if I die, it would be hilarious. But then
Everyone else is.
I'm not actively trying to kill you. I'm just succeeding. As
I'm on the fence personally.
All right.
So
There's nothing in that other room.
I notice nothing. You should really put your hand in there and see what's in there.
You think so?
No.
Why don't you put your? You're very.
Where are you right now?
So I peeked in that one. I peeked in the other. So I'm like, okay, one of them's got a hole. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Going back to the one with a hole in it.
Yeah. Hey, you. Oh, you're tiny. Come here.
Stick your hand in there first.
Don't.
I got it. I got it. I'll put my hand in it.
Don't put your hand. I have a torch. Oh, you guys can see in there. Can you see down there? Does it look like?
I don't know. Can you see? Well, hold the torch next to
You
me.
don't need it.
You don't
Mr.
need
Dark
the torch.
Vision.
Oh, I don't need a torch anymore. I'm gonna look in the hole.
Okay. You
I'm
crouch
watching the
down.
hallway while he's doing that.
You crouch down and look in, and there's small, beady, gleamy, like eyes looking back at you.
You should put your hand in.
What?
There's nothing to see here. Let's move down the hallway. I can't believe it took us like 4 turns to do that. Let's move on.
Nothing
It's full of critters.
Nothing?
It's full of- yes,
It's
something.
full of critters?
Critters.
Rats, yeah.
But I don't know. Put your hand in there.
Why would I put my hand in there?
Put your sword in there. Dude, either I'm not going in there. I'm not shooting
I
any
think we should
arrows
just
in
close this door and move on.
there. Let's
Alright,
do
close the
that.
door, move on.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy.
Two doors.
Open them.
What a great team.
One at a hole. Comes down. Yeah, there's some in there,
Put your hand in there. No.
but it's not worth checking out.
Do you want to check it out?
I
You wanna
looked
check
at
it
it. I told you what it was.
I want to check it out.
You want to check it out?
It's critters.
All right. Well,
Oh,
hold
you
on.
want to go in there and critter it?
He's the magic man. Let's just.
All right. What you
All
doing?
right. I'm gonna stand really close to you. I'm gonna have my torch. I have my shield torch apparatus arm thing down
How
here.
deep is this hole? Can we tell?
You're
I
gonna
can tell
get
you
down
this.
there and look in.
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to
How
hold-
close you get to this thing?
And then
Do you want me to just
Can't
start
I say
rattling
how
it with my
deep-
torch?
Can I say how deep I thought it was? Like I thought it was
it's like this big, but you don't know how deep it goes.
but it's full of critters.
yeah.
Well, you see eyes. Oh, well, it says it's full of critters. It's full of critters.
That's what I say. Critters. There's fucking critters in there. I'm not. No.
You are reminded that you just saw rat tracks all over the dust.
Yeah,
in
I
the room.
figured. Yeah, I said it was probably rats.
I told you to put your fucking hand in there. So do you,
What are you doing? How close are you getting this thing to look
Firebolt.
I am like
Firebolt.
right up next to the hole looking
Alright.
in.
in? A giant rat leaps on you.
No, you missed.
I told you it's full of critters.
Is this like one? There's like one rat with like 8 eyes.
This
This
is
is
the
like
one,
real
the
Dungeons and
bravest one in
Dragons.
the front.
You encounter skeletons. You defeat skeletons. There's a hole in the ground. You encounter a giant rat.
17 to hit, so it jumps right out and gets you on the neck.
You're so little.
It does 3 damage to you.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh, let's have
It's like,
oh, no.
and the moment one comes out, 6 more come out
Oh
and
my
pour
gosh.
into the room. And
How
start
big is this
swirling.
hole?
We've
Yeah,
described
yeah.
the hole.
I described the hole like
I
so many times.
know. But now I'm thinking of the relationship with my shield. I blocked this hole with my shield. I was waiting right next to him.
Okay,
Just in case you guys are still watching, the hole
so you
is
put your shield
this-
down, and now there's 6
this
rats
big.
in the room.
All right, I'm kneeling down, I'm blocking this hole. I'm like, get those rats! And I start.
Initiatives. Oh, you guys are great.
Do I get an initiative bonus this week?
Yes.
16.
Remember earlier when we did this and you got that +4?
No.
You had that.
But the formula is your dex mod usually.
Gotcha.
Hey. There's other things that can apply
I get
to it.
+1.
Oh, no. Me too. Low dex buddies.
high dex friend? Not buddies with you guys.
Everyone needs a high dex friend.
It's around this scenario.
Grace?
It was the
All right.
I got an,
So-
I got an
No.
18.
Oh,
Your
16.
initiative.
18.
Yysorok, 18.
18.
Dorben,
15.
all right. 18.
So one's on him.
One's on him. The others are quickly swarming around him.
Can I
And these are
skewer with my
like
rapier?
these rats are like this big.
Yeah, I can skewer the one on him
With
my
your
rapier.
Chink!
Very carefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, don't gut them.
That's not very
Oh,
good.
that's
It's a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit. Did you roll a natural 20?
No,
No, I didn't
19.
see.
Damn it, so close.
I know. Oh, the 8s. There they are.
you poke with your rapier and it
So 9.
explodes. 9. Jeez.
It's a rat kebab.
Dorben, 9?
9.
That one is dead.
Yeah, I saved you.
It's like sticking on your rapier. You have to
Ha ha!
toss.
I mean, good.
Get off! Get off!
Only for a second.
16, Grace.
Alright, so so I'm kneeling down, blocking this hole with my shield. So, but yeah, fortunately these things are pretty low to the ground. So yeah, I'm pretty much just chopping at any rats nearby.
Chop at one.
Chopping nearby rats.
No! In a very weird position.
I feel like it's my turn.
Like I just feel like when I lunge too far and tip my shield and then a sea of rats.
Yeah, so you're like, "Arr!" and then 2 more rats run up your shield and
Okay.
so you miss,
You're somehow
and now there's 2 more
rats.
rats.
More rats.
As long as he didn't hit me.
I say the same thing. You hit me.
There are now 2. There are now.
You're covered
There
in
were
rats.
6.
I'm just
Then there
letting
were 5. Now
geometry
there's 7. So 7
You're
rats.
just happy to be here.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
really
glad to be
happy.
out of the monastery.
Yeah.
Rats.
I'm like
Rats.
this
Big rats. Rats are
6 foot tall toddler.
Dorben.
I want to disengage.
I want no part of this.
You run away from the rats, who immediately turn to you and you, because you're the only things there. You're kneeling, so you're easy
Because
game.
Nori's in the hallway. It's just you and
Nori's
me.
in the room, but she's not near, because you guys are all huddling around the hole.
Disengage,
Right.
you son of a bitch.
All right.
I'm gonna remember that.
Disengage.
I
He's
just saved you.
like,
I'm out. Have it.
disengage is such a thing. Like, oh yeah, that's a thing you can do. It's going to be his signature move.
Yeah.
You're on out. I use my action to disengage.
All
right.
I cast disengage.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm not I don't want to be close to anything. I'm not
No,
a
you're-
fighter.
I'm
That's
waiting.
fucking awesome. That is
Grace is all yes.
All right.
This is that's a beginning adventurer move. Run away! Hey, successful. You have
There's
success.
probably gonna be things we
Don't worry.
really
Now,
want to run away
now
from.
I'm ready to
So,
throw darts next
All right,
time.
just don't.
So there are
God damn it.
2 that are going to break off to you. The other 5 are all going after you. Also, they are pack
Pack
tactics,
Oh.
so they all get advantage to attack you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, roll 5 dice.
Roll what?
Roll 5, whatever the dice are. Yeah.
No, I have to roll. I have to roll 10. I have to roll them each one at a time because I'm rolling and taking the better of 2. So, natural 20.
You get ratted the fuck up.
17
Terrible.
misses.
Even if I live, I'm gonna have
Not
9
natural
diseases.
20, but a second hit.
Oh.
No. And no.
It's like the world's worst rat attack.
Yeah.
This feels
Natural
terrible.
20
I'm scared for you.
This doesn't feel good.
for 8. And then 3 more. You
You are incapacitated.
incapacitated.
Yeah, that puts me to 0.
You're,
You just got ratted.
yeah, he's just getting piled upon. You hear him kind
Yeah.
of scream and.
Probably. Oh, I'm probably no longer covering the hole at that point, or am I slumped against
You're
it?
kind of slumped against it. Nothing else is coming out at the moment.
Oh, he died doing what he loved.
He's His
Oh my
duty
God.
is carried out. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Here lies Graice. He made a great doorstop.
2 more on me, right?
2 more on you. 23 hits. And that does not hit.
Are these rats? What is this?
These are giant rats.
Big freaking
The advantage really hurts. 3. Nori runs up to you, lays her hands upon you, crimson light surrounds you.
Ah.
You regain 10 hit points.
Ooh.
You're like, back from the brink.
Yeah.
And that is all of her first level spells for today. So good fucking luck.
I'm so glad we didn't short rest.
I like
did we?
that all of her spells were just keeping you alive for a few
You need
minutes.
long rest to get spells back.
Oh boy, that's right. There's only wizards that can do that, huh?
Get half their
Or
intelligence.
sorcerers do that?
They get
No, he doesn't cast spells.
Yeah, they get half their intelligence modifier back.
We might die here. If you want
to join the fray,
My dark
It
turret
doesn't
ready
cast
boys.
spells. It doesn't cast spells. Ding! You hurt one. So what?
So,
There's 7 rats in
picture
here,
you
right?
just-
yeah.
you're just a sorcerer, you couldn't.
So
You
back
waited
to the
until the
top,
smallest
18.
guy in the room actually investigated what was in the hole. He just
Um,
just see there's nothing there, guys.
That's not what I said. I said there are critters in there.
And he was right.
In fact, I think I specifically said, like,
You kept walking up to
don't
their
stick your
home.
hand in there. Like,
You kept
just-
walking to their home and looking in and looking
Yeah.
in and looking.
we have 2 empty rooms. One has a hole. It's full of animals. And a hallway. Fuck it. Let's look in the hole with animals. Like, that's what happened right now.
What are you doing on
God,
the
I'm
right?
gonna fucking rapier one of these things.
Okay.
better.
16.
I also
Oh, yeah.
kept saying that the book could be in there. We don't know
There's
if
no.
it's...
I can
it could be
see in the
behind
dark.
the
There's no.
creatures.
You know what? They might be pack rats though.
Fucking 8.
And they'd have chewed that book right up, unless it was magical. 8. That's another dead one.
It might be magical.
You guys want to help me with these rats?
You, Graice. Oh no, sorry, no. Yes, Graice.
All right, I'm shaking. Like, did I just die and come back? But I recovered.
Rats!
Graice, yes, right. Oh, of course. Oh yeah, I gotta keep blocking this. Gosh,
That's much better.
that's a yeah. I mean,
13
it's like
plus
it's 19.
Okay.
That could be better though. But 6 damage.
6.
Chamarata.
You wound one.
Yeah. You hit it, and it's still like squeaking and
I think
scurrying.
better run away.
and
I spit
limping.
on it too.
That's not very heroic.
Yeah.
Either is being chewed to pieces by rats.
Right?
I like that your alignment keeps you from spitting on rats.
Yeah.
I would never.
So they're all swarmed around these two, right?
Yeah, you don't
Yep.
have to disengage.
I'm a paladin. I can spit on a rat. Humble beginnings.
There's still some room that's like away from them, though, right?
This is pre-montage. Grace.
Not really, because like Nori's up there, he's up there, and he's on the ground holding it, and they're just all over them.
We're
Like they're on their
surrounded by
legs. They're on their legs. They're trying to climb up him.
All right, let's throw a dart then.
You shoot magic missiles, man.
That's,
Well,
that's a
fine.
pretty good
That's
dart.
it.
Yeah, that's a
Firebolt
pretty good
too.
dart.
No, 22.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Roll your 4. Oh yeah!
Hey, 5.
Natural 4.
All right.
You stick a dart soundly in a rat.
Yeah, it hits
It
it.
continues on. It rallies. Ow!
Run
Whatever.
You lose a dart.
What is that? It's fucking like a dart. I can just picture like dartboard darts. Like,
Yeah, that's what I think. That's where he was. I never got to.
Got it!
I never got to really talk to him growing up because like he was always in the Candlekeep Tavern, and my mom wouldn't let me go in there. He just
Practicing darts.
Yeah. Slobbering drunk and
they're a weapon. No, they're not.
Watch one day.
yeah.
I'm practicing for adventuring. Rats. Got it. That's still alive.
Like,
You
you
son of a
throw
bitch.
like javelins too, don't you?
All right.
It's a rat damage being rolled right now.
There's one on you. It misses. 2 break off of you and attack Nori.
Oh no!
Fuck Nori.
No, I'm
just kidding.
I'm down with Nori. She's keeping me alive.
Just kidding. I know it'd be horrible to lose Nori right now.
Well, she's out of spells. She's no longer useful to us. So she could die now and be
She can sleep for a while. She'll get a long rest.
at least if we empty one of these rooms, it'll probably be to our benefit now.
Okay. She gets bit, cries out. She's not looking good. All right, so
I blame all of this on you, by the way. Like, it's like that hole is full of critters. You guys were
So
both
3
like, let's look in
3
the critters.
attacking.
Let's
3
move
attacking.
God.
Miss.
And then I said, yeah.
I was like, don't back the fuck out. You totally were like, yeah, do it.
It's exciting.
For 3.
It's a mysterious.
We're in a crypt. It's already exciting.
She what?
You get hit for 3 damage.
Okay. Oh man.
It's exciting. This is fucking zombie skeletons were exciting. This is ridiculous.
They are giant rats.
Yeah. They might know something.
Are they?
We should capture one.
We should
Yeah.
tearing
Yeah.
down the
Intelligence
rats.
2.
I don't know how smart they are.
Where's the
I've never spoken to a rat before.
Where's the
Do
book?
you speak rat?
Someone here must. We have an orc in a
They
party.
speak rat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
That was
Rat.
15. So Nori on 6 is going to call down the flame.
Yeah, do that.
It was very effective last time.
Hey,
Rats
actually
hate
hit.
fire.
Hey.
The war flame.
She's calling it down on one of the wounded ones, which finishes it off.
Squeaky.
What are we down to 5 rats?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rats.
Get up through the
Back to
two
the top. 18.
I'll take one.
Cheek.
17.
That'll hit.
Kill it. Stab it good.
Oh, I stab in it.
This little rat.
6.
In total?
Yeah.
Alright. Squeak!
I got it.
You got it.
Poking.
It's wounded.
Hi, Graice.
How bad I
Graice.
poked the shit out of that rat.
It's a
I don't know what you
teaching
guys have
moment
done.
for that rat.
You guys haven't done anything yet, so
Graice.
it's a
Oh, yeah?
fighter kill.
I
one.
go,
Please.
no, enough like this.
There it is.
And I miss. No, I don't know. +6, 8. I probably miss. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
a
a
miss.
miss.
Yeah.
That sounds like a miss.
It's very dark in
When
here.
you're not very dexterous.
All right.
It's very dark.
Scaringly against my better
The
judgment.
light's so bright and we
I will
look
magic
bone white.
this time.
I know.
in here.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just cast a spell?
He is
Yeah.
casting a spell.
Whoa!
I didn't know you knew magic.
I'm
Oh man,
nervous.
someone's gonna turn into a plant.
I don't do
As
this
long
very
as it's
often.
you. I've been
Already,
shot
right?
once before, do it again!
19. So
Yeah.
that was for his
It works as
wild
intended.
magic surge.
Oh.
So he didn't surge. So they hit. I would suggest putting 2 of them into the wounded ones and then 1 into a fresh one. You just roll damage. There's no to hit with magic missiles.
I only use 3.
Right.
So 1 into each of the.
Yeah, 1 and 1.
Do
There's 2
damage
that are
for
wounded.
2
so
wounded, yeah.
attack 2 wounded and then put 1 into a fresh one. Or put 2 into a wounded one just to make sure. But
These
putting
D4s again, baby.
Yeah.
So there's 3 into 1.
Okay.
2 into
2.
the other injured
Okay.
one.
2 into.
Alright, so you finish
That's
off the
more
2 wounded
damage.
ones.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
And, and hurt
You're really
the third
small, so
one.
your magic missiles are really small. They're basically magic darts.
yeah, you
They are pretty much.
yeah.
They
Clear 3 glowing darts of magical
Shut the fuck up.
They probably look
God
exactly
damn
like
it,
your
man.
darts.
I went from throwing real darts.
I'm gonna get you a little dartboard shield.
I got it! You
They
did get
manifest just like you would
Damn it, dude.
think of them, so they manifest as
Hey,
your darts.
yeah, killed 2 and wounded another
Yeah.
one. That's
So
nice.
there's only 3 left.
Now, what does it mean for me that was a spell, not a cantrip?
So that means you have 2 spells that you can cast a day. So now you've
Now
used
that I've
one
done
of
that
them.
once.
You can only do one more first level spell. You can do it either of your first level spells,
Got
but
it. Alright. I was like, I know because you said she did her things. I was like,
Yep.
this means something for me.
It's the rat's turn, right? No, you went after the rats. These are super quick.
no, he goes
Rats
right
go.
before the rats. So the rats go. There are 3
Nori
left.
goes
There's
last.
1 on you. No. Do you want 2 or do you want 1?
I want 2.
Okay.
I want you to have 2 too.
I want to.
Meese and Meese. 1 on Nori no longer has advantage.
Let's put
It's
that
gone.
anywhere. It's good. It's seriously, it's gone.
It's
Yeah.
by your
It's
You're
right.
hitting the tile floor. You're like, it's gone.
It's gone. So misses on her too. So misses all around that round.
What does Nori do?
Nori is going to smash it with a hammer.
That's a good move.
Good move.
she-
That's a good move.
Yeah, there's just rat guts everywhere. She just blink. You hear a nice resounding, like it hit the stone. Just rat just parted all around it.
Like that hydraulic press down.
Yep. All right. Back to the top. 18.
Rapier. Man, I just can't get that fucking 25.
That'll hit.
Oh, sure.
You got the,
Do the math on
you
it?
get the
Yeah.
super rat.
9.
Damage? Yeah, that's dead.
You do that one to the non-injured one?
Yes.
It's a brand new one. There's no injured ones.
There's
left,
one
right?
injured.
Oh, there's one injured.
One
No,
that
hit it with
he
my
hit with a
dart.
magic missile.
Magical dart.
that's right. It has
Yeah.
a little glowing
So there's one left.
pockmark on its
There's
butt.
the magic. There's the magic, Dorben. I like it.
It's a 14.
Alright, you hit.
We both thought we saw.
Successful. Yeah, no, we were both like, 4?
that so?
Yeah, I thought it was a 4. I'm like, no.
I do.
Like, if you roll a 1, I think you don't kill it.
I cut off his little rat face.
Alright, all the rats are dead. You guys are scratched up and bloodied and hurt. Like, you know the cat scratches? Like, that puffiness.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, that's going to be infected.
Yeah.
Like, oh!
We want to study diseases.
So, and you're holding your shield up against this thing.
Yeah.
You hear squeaky rats on the other side of that shield.
Guys, don't leave me here. That's all I'm asking for right now.
Oh, are you holding
He's
the
holding the
hole?
shield
Yeah.
in front of the hole.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right.
All right.
Is there
So,
anything flammable around here?
I have a torch in my hand.
We'll put it in the...
Alright, well, I have to put away. In order to do this, I had to put away my sword
Wait.
and get the torch. In fact, I'm doing it as I'm explaining to you. I would have to do
Yeah,
exactly
I'd have
this.
to
Let's take the gnome's shirt off.
Alright, so what I want to do is like, alright, guys. I got
No,
this.
don't waste your torch.
No, I'm
Hang
not.
on
he's
there.
got more torches.
I got.
Well, then put the torch in the hole.
I'm doing what I'm doing.
Alright.
I'm
gonna wait
just
outside.
ease it. Oh, I guess I could just kind of roll this thing.
Yeah,
Kind
just
of like
roll the shield out
Yeah.
of the way.
just enough room to put that torch through. Yeah.
Okay, so you do that, then you're squeak and like scuttling back and lots of that, and so Nori is like, okay, like take your shield back a little bit now, like just like kind of like ease it back, and she takes that blacksmith hammer and starts smashing the stones above the. And she closes the hole. She closes the hole pretty well.
Oh, does she? Oh, okay.
The rats will eventually pick through it
Goodbye,
later on in
torch.
life, but
Served me well.
fuck those rats.
I told you guys there were critters in there.
There might have been treasure in them.
There might
So-
still be. Go.
You guys walk out and you're
What?
beaten and battered.
How about we utilize one of these rooms?
Yeah, they go to the room across the way and maybe take
Just
a rest.
Yeah, let's
So-
rest.
I need a little nap.
I need a little nap. So,
Fucking fighter. I've killed 2 rats. Rest. Victory.
So during a short rest, you can use your hit dice to heal.
What is my hit
Your hit
dice?
dice is underneath your hit points and so in the middle there.
Just roll it.
I only have the
whatever
one
I
hit die,
roll.
that's
Yeah, right. So you have the hit die right there. You have 1 hit die to use during the
level
entire
1.
day. So
Use the DA, huh?
Yeah.
What's that like? Oh, you rolled a 1. What a loser.
Did you roll a 1? Son of a bitch.
Roll higher.
She's already
you
used
fucking
hers,
fighter.
so-
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I will, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, did you get Constitution modifier to it, or is it just straight roll?
It's a straight roll.
Okay. Well,
I think.
I'm feeling great, guys.
That's a D10, by the way.
It is. It's what I use because I'm a fighter.
Nobody likes you, Robert.
Oh, I like you.
Yay! I got a 5.
Son of a bitch.
How
It's
do
like 8 plus nothing.
Alright.
These strangely, these rats have restorative powers.
Does she graduate any, like,
On closer
spell,
inspection,
anything
I
back?
seem to be
Nope.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, well, I'm still
Just
bleeding.
needed that.
Alright.
How you doing?
She's already used hers, so
Yeah.
she's just wounded
Oh,
at the moment.
oh boy.
Yep.
All right. We should probably reconsider. We could retreat and go back to the inn and come back and think
Come
about
back
the shit.
tomorrow.
We could do that,
I
or
hope-
we could press on like awesome adventure heroes.
I'm gonna regret this, but we barely made it through the rats.
Yeah,
It might make
I-
sense to go back to the inn.
I believe we.
And
will.
it is going to be nighttime outside when you get out.
I don't want to be in
We've been
graveyard at night.
fighting
I do know
rats.
that.
You've been searching.
Oh, I know.
you've been
I'm just
searching
kidding. We've been
crypts and
fighting
stuff.
rats
You
forever.
came in here just as the sun was starting to sink. And
Yeah.
So do you want to stay here? Because we can't.
You could go to the shack, or you could head back to town. It's not that far away. But if
Listen,
there's anything between here and the town, or anything in the graveyard,
Here's the
You're
thing.
screwed.
I wouldn't normally be so skittish of a graveyard, except it's dedicated to a pretty bastard god of death.
Also, the rats. Like, we had that much trouble with the rats.
if you leave and come back, they could have
Fuck
cleared
the
that
rats.
tunnel.
They
Oh,
could,
man.
they could.
Let's sleep on top of that hole. Put your shield on it. Fuck, man. I don't know.
Shit, this craft in my wall.
I signed on as a guide, and now I'm like terrified.
Now you're an adventurer dying in a shrine.
This is exactly what I signed up for. I'm okay to carry strong.
But you made 20 gold.
Great.
Shh, there was no
Wait,
gold.
what?
There was
Yeah,
no
that was
gold.
GM talk.
There was no gold.
Nori, what did you say?
No gold.
So, what are you doing? Press it on into the next chamber, or
I'm the guide. I would like to guide us back to town.
Through the graveyard of Jordan.
Jurgle.
Or sleep in the graveyard of Jordal.
We could just sleep in this crypt.
Right next to where the rat hole
Would it
is?
be considered a long rest?
Yeah, if nothing disturbs you.
Now the rats must have
Yeah.
a way to get in and out of there because this door is closed and they have a.
Well, no,
There's
the
some-
hole is covered,
Yeah.
but they'll peek
Yeah.
through it.
The door isn't, like I said, it's all kind of
Right,
ratty and
yeah.
broken, so they can
Ratty.
sneak out through the. Right.
I'm really.
If you stay
I was gonna say
here
I'm mad
and
about.
get attacked, you're just really fucked.
Let's say I'm really mad that it's another book. Like I'm really. I want to
You
go.
gotta get books.
I want to go back to. That's but books. They cause me trouble. I want to go back to town. I want to sleep in a bed.
My mother was a binder.
I have a couple gold. We can sleep very well. I don't care about the graveyard. I'm the guide, but you're the biggest, so.
Well, it's
you
his
know-
job. It's his task. What do you want to do? Nori asks.
I mean, if
Dorben.
the guide says go back to town, we'll just go back to town and come back.
We did come around and explore. We found that there was a way, and we immediately went into it. And we saw that it's dangerous. I think there's an excellent scouting foray. We've just done.
We've got. I shot you.
You did do that. Maybe you do need sleep
It's time. Yeah, we need a little.
or whatever you else
So
do.
you are backtracking
Meditate.
back to the antechamber.
I hate it. It's so against what we normally do, but I think that's the correct course of action.
Right.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, isn't she the biggest?
She is.
Oh, she's the
technically
biggest. That's right.
Well,
Sorry.
he's got an 18 strength, so he is the stronger of the two of
Yeah.
them. But she is definitely bigger than him.
She's half orc, so
Yeah.
she's.
thicker, taller.
She's got a 16 strength. So
All right. Well,
no, 17. Sorry. So she's just below you.
I'm gonna roll 4s on their arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And if
So-
I had spells,
So out you go.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll take point.
You backtrack your way through the antechamber of dust and bones.
Yeah, do they...
Nothing stirs.
Nothing.
You make your way up the spiral staircase.
Okay, yeah.
Out into the shrine. Do you leave the stairway open, or do you close the statue behind you?
I say we close this. I don't...
I'm going to slide the statue back into place, right?
So,
Yes,
yeah.
If he doesn't do it, I'm super on board for that.
You slide the statue back into place. You head out the entrance of the shrine, around the spire, the honoring of the dead monument outside.
It's bright as moonlight out. Do
It's-
I need to do another torch?
It's enough moonlight to see. You're not going to the shack, right? You're heading out the gate and going to town.
I think
I don't want to stay in the shack.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
spooky.
So you do not traverse the graveyard. You go right out the gate. You shut the gate behind you
Yeah.
and head towards town.
Leave
It's
little
just under an hour walk to town, and you get back to the inn, which is nice and cozy. You walk in, and it's more lively than it was earlier, but still, this is an off-track, off the beaten path inn. There's not a whole lot of people, probably only about a dozen. And at the sight of you, they like all hush and like, ooh, adventurers that are like, you're like, but you're beaten up and wounded, like. That means
Are those
danger.
rats?
That means
Fuck
danger.
you.
So
They were big
You don't have a
rats.
serious rat problem.
you guys come in. The same bartender is there. Before you even get up to the bar, he's got 4 mugs of ale out for you.
Thank you.
And like, did you find Alonis? Did you find Alonis?
We have found a lead. But
Should I send for a physician?
actually, I point to the. Does he know the anatomy of the orc persuasion?
Is it that much different?
I cannot speak for her anatomy. You'll have to.
It is similar.
Nori,
Yes,
which-
please send for your physician.
Don't listen.
These people are. This is exciting to them because danger and this like so. You get stares, you get gossip, you get asked questions if you stay down in the common room. But if you just drink a couple mugs down and go up to your rooms and rest,
I'm fine. I'm like, I like this attention. I'm talking all about
I was
this
gonna say,
nigga chimera rat that
I
we
would
just fucked.
never give up the chance to tell a story.
Right?
It's
You
a
down here?
great story.
you guys
This is
stay
a
down in the
great
common
story.
room, you drink.
These rats were dancing.
Yeah.
It was
One of them-
insane.
one of them had
One
8 eyes, I
Oh,
think.
You get
at least 8
you
eyes.
get beers bought for you.
Oh yeah.
The innkeep gives you rooms, so
Yeah. There were ghosts too, right? I saw lots of ghosts.
I felt a ghost.
I felt the ghost.
It's a sharp stabbing pain from behind me. As the
it's going to
wind-
be hilarious if there's actually ghosts down there.
It was black like this.
I'm not necessarily
Don't
lying.
actually-
I'm not like really making up stuff. I'm just like caught up in the excitement of it, you know. Yeah.
So I'm leading
You
him
can
into
lie.
lies.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, like-
and
like,
ghosts.
I'm not
right?
sure, but like-
oh yeah.
Wow, was that what happened? I was very. Yeah.
There was like a thing with us. Hey,
Oh, there he is.
He was there too.
All right.
Here with the dartboards. 20, 20, 20.
Yeah.
Look, you gotta buy the darts. What? These are magic darts.
Dude, they always hit that bullseye. It's weird.
So,
Make that sound.
how's this physician handling that? I want to check Nori because I want to.
I
Yeah,
know.
the physician comes in and
Continue drinking.
checks over everyone. Cleans out the scratches and the cuts and the gashes. Puts essentially antiseptic on them and does all the normal stuff. Packs them with herbs and wraps them up. Over the long rest that you're going to take tonight, everyone's going to be back at their full hit points.
I want to thank Nori for conferring their blessings over to me because I clearly needed it.
And full spell slot.
You're going to get that over the night as well. Yeah.
Yay.
I get.
After playing Rifts for like a year, we feel very underpowered.
Oh yeah.
Like we just lost to 5 rats almost.
It ramps up really quick.
I'm cleaner.
Well, really, fighting a lot of anything is pretty.
And getting
Pretty rough.
advantage, like
Yeah.
plus 4 to hit,
Magic, I'm like,
Yeah.
and
whoa.
advantage on all rolls is like,
Yeah.
what?
I think we need to bring more torches and just start just burning the place down.
Yeah, right. Kind of
Burn that
actually.
shrine to the ground.
Except for the foot.
Burn the shrine of the scribe of the dead to the ground.
Go wrong.
Yeah. It is 11:40.
Oh,
Do
really?
you want to?
Wow, that's good.
Do you want to continue on, or I think we should cut it here?
I think that's
I
it.
feel like I'm going to level you guys.
That's city levels.
No, it's not pity level.
Pity levels.
That's,
Wait a minute.
that's
I
a
don't
lot
have
of
pity level
experience
now.
in one
Holy
in
shit.
one blast. Like you killed 8 half skeletons. You killed
Oh, I
8
forgot about the
rats.
skeletons.
Yeah, remember?
I'm like, right, like
Yeah.
the rats were the part where I'm
No,
like, these horrible
skeletons.
rats. What about the skeletons? We took
Skeletons
care of the
and rats.
skeletons. Were no
So-
big deal.
That's enough to get you that first bump. That
Yeah.
Get you out of that first level
That's
slump.
pretty low.
Huh?
No, what? Go on.
No, not a pity level. Don't. You haven't got. I am glad you guys didn't push forward. I am happy
You were
about it.
kind enough, and you were saying, "Let's go." I'm like, no.
I think you might have survived.
Fuck.
You might have survived, but it would have been
We had
rough.
fucking 7 rats, 4 party members,
8.
almost death.
Oh,
8
yeah.
rats, excuse
Yeah.
me. 2 rats per
Would've
person,
been, like,
near death.
Hoarded up.
Shall we
Hoarded up,
continue?
kinda.
No! Go back and tell the
So
story
next,
of our deeds.
next
In case
session,
we die, here's what
you
happens.
guys will be a little bit more bolstered
Oh, my.
and confident in your abilities, and you will be heading back down to the shrine to finish off your investigation.
There's gotta be something good.
There's gotta
It's
be
a
something
book.
good.
It's not even something good. It's that one book you guys
It's
want.
this man's future, his career.
I have no idea what books hold
He's
for
gonna-
them.
Pays. I assume.
I feel like I'm not getting paid enough for this.
It sounds like a Reading Rainbow moment, or all is for books.
Yeah. Right.
Books.
Oh man.
So
Wow, that was a fast few
next
hours.
week, same D&D time, same D&D channel. Thanks for tuning in. Lucid Abstract.
Sorry we yelled a lot.
Oh,
No!
whatever it sounds like.